You don't gotta stop talking, Juju. We live, but you don't gotta stop talking. Yeah,
Real.
we got him. We got a nice surprise for him. See y'all in the chat
Yes, we
waiting.
do.
Here we go. We got a nice expert sliding through. I'm gonna tell you
I
exactly
can't.
who it is. We can tell him who it is. Can we tell him who it
I
is?
can't wait. I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Finna make him a pseudo killer for real.
Killing serial killers for real for a long time.
For real.
For a long, long time, yo. Yep. This work be so serious. See you, Taz, man. What's good, man? Hey, brother Lau, man. Good to have you over here, bro. Appreciate you sliding through, man. You might be gone by now, but appreciate you, bro, coming through, man. Oh, that means something to me, brother Lau, when you come through. Just let you know, bro. You
He
always
just
kept
came
it the
in.
most respectful. Huh?
He just came in. He probably still
Mhm.
here.
I see you, Cedric, man, the pseudo killer official, man. I see you, man. Man, hit that like button, man. Like and subscribe, man. Hit the Cash App, come in the door. The book, Al Jahiz. I see you, man. Where the hell is Goes again at, man? Let me see. Now, that's right. Book of Al Jahiz. In here, man. We got a good one tonight. I swear we do. Yeah, we got a good one tonight. Got a good one. I see you, Black Panther. What's good? I see you. I see you. Man, y'all know this show is brought to you by Conscious Ingenuity, man. Building character, confidence, and capabilities through STEM, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Get this thing going right. Jump right up into it. We got a good one tonight, man. It's a good one. One of our heavy hitters.
Bobby Banger from the block, seen it all raw tough. Streets of Baltimore where survival's always rough. Joined the Marines fighting for a life he could save. But back in the hood, he felt like a runaway slave. Started an army, not of guns but of wisdom. I'm a rock squad, truth the anthem, we ain't just a God killer. Bobby Banger on his path for the truth. Empower the people, give them wisdom as the proof. Black power rising, knowledge shines like a light. He's fighting for the future, ready to ignite. Selling drugs on the corner just to put food on plates, but deep in his heart, he knew he had greater fates. From the traps to the lab, he fights ignorance raw, teaching evolution while shaking up the law. The real black atheist is changing the game, waking up minds, never the same. God killer Bobby Banger on his path for the truth, empower the people.
Hi, I'm JL Waters, and I'm the creator of the Oasis for Teachers YouTube channel. I create content for teachers who are feeling burnt out and need a refreshing and rejuvenating. On my channel, you'll find self-care tips, inspiration, and professional development. So if you're feeling burnt out as a teacher, please come and join us.
In this game of shadows, I won't hide.
Man, look, man, we got a good one tonight, man. And it's real. All right. Man, look, I want y'all to go ahead, like and subscribe, man. Y'all know this episode is brought to you by Conscious Ingenuity, building character, confidence, and capabilities through STEAM. Y'all know what it is, man. Big up to Dr. Oyama, man. We got a serious show we be doing, man. Brother Ankh and Doc show, man. That shit powerful, man. You say it even the way you want to say it. But it's right here, man, based off this support right here, make us a powerful entity, man. And I appreciate the sisterhood, man. And I got one of the stars on with me tonight, man. My favorite. Juju, what's going on, Pseudo Killer Official? What it do? What it do? What it do? She on mute. Unmute yourself. Well, she ain't got to unmute herself. Anyway, so we gonna get right into it. Wait till Juju get back here. I don't know where she went at. Make sure y'all like and share. I see you, Timmy Turner, man. What's good, man? We got a good one, man. Let's let some people get up in there first before we get it going, man. All right. If you're in the server, man, big up to you. I see you, Cuban Crisis, man. Appreciate your conversation in the server, bro. Man, I appreciate all the support, man. Smalls, I see you, man. Appreciate your contributions, man. Definitely appreciate that. What I got here? Let me see.
You didn't call me, did you?
I sure did. I said, "How you doing, Juju?"
Yeah, I knew you would. I'm great.
You just disappeared.
Yeah.
Like you do.
No, I had to go, take some more medicine and pour some honey down my throat.
Oh,
See,
okay.
it even sounds good. Yeah.
You say check my technology. You can't hear something?
No, that was earlier when you played your intro video. It was choppy in the beginning. I was just saying do that. So we got it straight for our family that's going to be coming in March. You feel me?
Okay.
Got to be perfect for him.
Oh, gotta be perfect for that, man. Go ahead. Who we gonna have coming in March, man?
Oh man, y'all already know. Probably one of my favorite scholars, of course. Dr. Soy Keita. I can't say his name wrong. It's not Kiata, y'all. It's Keita. It's Dr. Shamarka Omar Yahya Keita is coming to see us. Can I give a date yet, or just say that? Yeah,
No, we're gonna hold them off. Yo. We'll get the fly together and get them in there.
He'll be here soon, though. So y'all got to check that out.
Y'all got to support, man. Build up the war chest, man. It's important, yo. All right. Gonna keep bringing powerful speakers in, and we're going. So when y'all get on the panel, man, temper your behavior, right? We want to make sure that we just keep it in the right spot. Yeah, brother Ankh has gone commercial.
Bring your good juju and leave your bad juju home.
Man, we not, be
professional event.
Yeah, practice peace, right? Be peace.
Yeah.
Y'all see the title of the show, though, right? Hardly initiated. And big up to those brothers over there, man. They some cool Christians. Man, they got a bubbling platform. It's definitely bubbling. Right? They brought my sister on there, man, Disa. They didn't have to do that. She had a great conversation with Tim Ross. Y'all probably don't know who Tim Ross is, right? And there was a couple other people that got on the platform with it. Brother Coleman jumped on, and then the sister. I need to get the daggone sister name, because whether y'all know it or not, I actually was watch one of her sermons today. She's a preacher, pastor. Let me hold on. Definitely get this right. I ain't gonna slight her. She was very intelligent, very well spoken, and I just really appreciate her conversation, regardless of what she believed. All right. A lot of times we get caught up worrying about what people believe, yo. When in essence, man, it's about communicating with each other. All right. And I've had to learn that over the years. Damn, what am I doing? I got you, Claudia Allen. I call her Pastor Claudia. Yeah, she was on there. All right. And man, it got real powerful. All right. And so we want to review that. And to be honest, I didn't even get on the show. I hit the link, and man, Disa got me up because there wasn't nobody gonna get up, right? And she said, let Ankh speak. So that meant a lot to me. Me and man Disa roughly started around the same time, man. Her vision was a little bit broader than mine, all right, and it took off, all right. And I'm not ashamed to say that. So I learned from my mistakes. I learned from other people, right? And the sisterhood is on top, man. And it's coming back full circle, man. They looking out. They looking out for your home. All the sisters, they definitely, man. And I'm never gonna mess that up. So big up to man Disa, all right, and her organization, and Black non-believers, right? And big up. And so we was on this show, hardly initiated. And make sure y'all like and subscribe over there. The conversation be real interesting. Right? It ain't all about the debate over there. And I'm just glad they gave me the time they gave me. And I think I took full advantage of it. It's the second time I didn't ease my way on that. This time, man, Disa got me all the way in. Great conversation. We want to review that, man. I'm just wanting the thing to come up. What do you think about the conversation we had over there, Juju? What do you think about that?
From the parts that I heard, I thought it was, I mean, it was good. It was, structured well. I think everyone was pretty cool. It didn't get out of hand, Yeah, it was very interesting, especially Pastor Claudia, some of the things she had to say and her approach to things, and it just goes to show that everybody who's like in religion, who are religious, especially pastors and preachers, all of them are, not there to be scheming and just to throw us away because I'm just keeping it cute. The picture is cute. I'm gonna keep it cute, but even like my pastor, he's always good to talk to. You know what I'm saying? We have a great relationship. I don't wear my atheism on my chest though. I think I've always explained that. Yeah, but yeah, so I like that dynamic and the fact that Medusa was there and you were there. That was an open conversation. I think that's what's needed in our community at this time. Everybody's community, but because we look this way, we definitely have to deal with home first. And I think that's necessary. From how I'm feeling, it's not going to be much longer until that structure of the church is not going to be what it is today. It's being shook up real bad now, and you see a lot of young people walking away for many different reasons. Some of them are very valid. Some of them, that's their own personal decision. So, there needs to be a dialogue. I mean,
good point. But in fine fashion, the black church is making a comeback. And they beating the heck out of the conscious community people. And then watch some of our videos. Y'all know they did. I ain't being arrogant. They didn't watch our material. And they know us, Yeah, come on, man. All right. And they know us. Right? They watching us. They in the bushes. Definitely in the bushes, right? Interesting. So we keep our dialogue tight. And let me go ahead and let me hit this first clip, right? And we can get right into it, man. Man, like and subscribe, man. Show some love from above, man. Y'all know what it is.
Flip it up and bang that like button.
So what I want to do is I want to start off first with Pastor Claudia, okay? And this is gonna this is gonna be an interesting conversation. When I let y'all up, right? Remember this video right here. We want to kind of, all right. And big up the Pastor Claudia. Go ahead and subscribe to her channel. All right. Show some love there, man. All right. Subscribe to the channel. Show some love. Yep. Boom. We subscribe live on air. All right. And okay, shaken not stirred, right? Interesting conversation here. I want to play the clip, and I want y'all to listen. And you know how I'm thinking. I'm always thinking hard about everything I do. All right. Big up to you, Byron, man. I appreciate the love right there, man. All right. Okay. Let me see. All right, let's get into it, Juju. All right, here you go. Oh, 1 second. Hold on.
Shout out to the chat while we're on that 1 second. Hold on. Want to shout out to Raymond, Pseudo Killer, Chilenwe in the building. We had Timmy Turner in the building. We had the God Moses. Welcome. Welcome to God Moses. Go ahead and subscribe, and hopefully we see you again. We got Kinetic Energy, Posterius. Felicia is in the building. The best mod on Indies YouTube streets. You got Gideon Block. all this killer army, Isonic from then till now. Did I say Kemetic? If I did already, I said it again. Cuban Crisis, I might be repeating because now I'm looking at the list. We got Smalls in the building, y'all. So, just go ahead and tap that like button, y'all. Go ahead and subscribe. And hit that cash
All right,
up
my
for Bobby.
fault. Yeah, hit
Some
that
hard work.
cash up.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Taj too. Yeah, and Bruce Lee. Okay. All right, go ahead. Book of
All right, so here we
Algies.
go. I want y'all to take this with some deep thought. All right, seriously. All right, listen to it. Catch the vibe.
Are gushing blood. What false gods are you worshiping? Who have you aligned yourself with? Who are you close to that has caused you to abandon your God so that now your lifestyle is an act of worship to everything but Yahweh? You can't even recognize yourself anymore because this God that you are currently serving and sacrificing to has you doing things you never thought you'd do. Elijah watched, thoroughly unimpressed, as these prophets yelled and injured themselves on behalf of their God. In fact, he started to taunt them. And I love how it's written by Kyla in one translation. Verse 27 of chapter 18 reads that at noon, Elijah started to make fun of them. He said, "Shout louder. Since he's a god, maybe he's thinking. Maybe he's relieving himself or traveling. Maybe he's sleeping and you have to wake him up." Now, the prophet taunting his opponents is a hilarious visual to me. But Tori, the fact of the matter is, when you know who God is, you can be confident in the inferiority, the inadequacy, and the impotence of false gods. The reason that many of us cannot boldly declare with confidence the inferiority, the inadequacy, and the impotence of false gods is because that every time we draw close to God, we do not really know who the true God is. God has been so silent to us. He's been as silent to us as Baal was to those prophets.
So, Juju, did you actually catch that, Juju?
She said the closer you get to God, you don't even know who God is.
That ain't even a point. Now, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play the clip again. Here's the real point. Here's the real point, ladies and gentlemen. No, she's talking about having the right God, right? Listen.
Yeah.
So so let me put y'all in the mindset, right? Put you in the right mindset. I want y'all to know, in case you don't know, African Americans come from Africa. And whether you're atheist or whatever you think you are, right? You wasn't Christians. You wasn't Muslim. You wasn't that. The thing you was before that was your traditions and your customs and your totems, right? And the deities you expressed and understanding what you understood. Now she's talking about following false gods, right? So if she's talking about following false gods, why haven't we put ourselves in that position, Juju? Listen to what I'm saying, Juju. Remember how people make the point of, the God is this and God is that, and we understand what God is. Like, no, we don't believe in that, yo. But the real position is we come from a group of people. Not saying everybody in that area believed, but we come from a group of people that had their own tradition and gods. Am I correct in that?
That's correct.
So watch this.
Correct.
Hold on. So when African Americans look at the story, we do the wrong thing. Guess what we actually do? We actually make ourselves the Hebrews. We say that story sounds like our experience, don't we, Juju?
Exactly. Yes.
Right? Okay. Why didn't we say maybe the story is actually talking to me? Maybe we shouldn't be following false gods because obviously the way we got over here was based off of wild occurrences, slavery, transcontinental kidnapping trade, right? And they're forcing us to give up our gods. So maybe the story was really saying, watch this, right? That, beware of false gods. So based off of our environment where we came from, the Hebrew God would have been the false God. Now, you know, around here, we understand that God is simply a totem, an idea, a
Right.
concept, cultural container
Correct.
of ideas, of explanations of the world that you understand at that particular time. Simple as that. It's culture. It's language.
Correct.
That's all God is. God is the actual thing that hold all the stuff I'm talking about. Simple as that. What else could they be talking about? Last
It's
time I
the
checked,
glue.
it is humans that write the story, y'all. So it's humans that will construct a God that best explain how they understand the world again. I'm gonna say it again. It is humans that will construct a God, deify something that best explains the world that they're talking about. Easy work. So I was thinking, so then why do we think we, the Hebrews and the Bible, or think that story is indicative of our slavery? Shouldn't we been saying, man, we messing with the false gods?
Yeah.
See, all the
Yeah, but
stuff
that's
she
some.
just said. That's a different way of seeing it, ain't it, Juju?
Yeah, I
That's a whole.
get that. But we
That's a
had the
whole.
problem of the self-hate though. And so that had us flipped, right? Where we were supposed to be feeling like, oh, y'all bringing us these false gods.
That's what I'm
Nah,
saying,
now
Juju.
yeah,
See,
we're
that's the real
internalizing.
conversation that nobody having.
Yeah, nobody, right. I
Nobody's
think
having that conversation.
from then till now said 4,200 different religions, and each of them have their own God. And you want to just, pick and choose your religion to be the one and true only religion in God. Yeah, that becomes problematic. That becomes extremely
I
problematic.
want to play the clip again, right?
Stay
I
out
think
the
it's important. Go ahead, what you saying, Juju?
Stay out the chat, Bobby.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get out the chat to get you out, man.
I will get into in trouble.
All right, here you go. You got me too. Perfect.
Yeah, I will.
False gods are you worshiping? Who have you aligned yourself with? Who are you close to that has caused you to abandon your God so that now your lifestyle is an act of worship to everything but Yahweh?
See? Listen to what she just said. Put yourself in the right cultural container you supposed to be in, and that shit hit different, don't it, Juju?
Yeah. Definitely.
Who has convinced you and tricked you that your culture is inferior? Who did that? Find it to be very interesting. And so I would ask the Christians, are you worshiping false gods? Based off of the fact your ancestors come from Africa, based off of the fact that you wasn't praying to that God or whatever it was, you wasn't practicing that culture. That's not even that's clear. And it's also clear it was illegal to practice your culture.
Yeah.
It was illegal to use your own names. Right?
Correct.
Remember, they took your names away. Right?
They
In
did
the
more than
grand
that.
scheme of things. Go ahead, Juju.
Yeah, they can, not only did he take your name away, they took your language, they took your religion, right? That's all we have, these synchronisms in the new world, this side now, of those African traditional religions and
Fighting back.
Christianity. But they also controlled how you look, your appearance. We got to talk about the laws they implemented in Louisiana. Women can the African women or women of African descent couldn't even wear their coiled Afro hair out, and intimidated. So they stripped you of everything and then told you who you were, told you who to worship, told you how to speak, what language to speak. So, yeah, that's why we're in this. I mean, it's a state of mental distress. I think we're doing good physically, right? But we're still battling some generational curses in that sense, and some mental distress because of that.
It's crazy, man. And you know, even if you go to the biblical text to tell you, man, that don't even wear braids, yo. How about that?
It tell you a lot, actually. Y'all ain't supposed to be eating all the food y'all eating. I think chickens. I don't know. Y'all eating, your diets are
Don't wear
not the
braids.
Nazarite
And
style
you know
type
what?
diet.
You know what's funny? I didn't even realize she had braids in her hair, right? I wasn't even throwing
Yeah.
a shot at her. But I'm saying she can't help her Africanness,
No.
right? She can't help her naturalness.
It's
She
innate.
can't. You can't get out of that,
Mhm.
right? You can't get out of that. I in my mind, the way I see the world, you know, being a Christian is actually fighting to get out of that. It's a
Mhm.
container that don't hold you well. And it don't hold you well because there's a lot of baggage, death, and destruction that actually came with you being a Christian. Whether it occurred, whether it happened, I'm not saying everybody fought against it. People accepted it willfully. Like, what else was you going to do?
Correct.
It's easy just to be a Christian. It's embarrassing to know you had been conquered and stolen, and
Well,
nobody
you know, there
came
was
across the big river to help you out. Go ahead, Juju.
there was a slightly another implication to add to that. It wasn't all like complacency. It was the hopes that your children would eventually be free, because remember, they were forced to be Christianized, right? Because not being Christianized, to be considered a Bozalis, right, a savage African was worse. So, you Christianize yourself, or you get baptized and you accept their God, and now hopefully you'll be viewed a human. Hopefully one day your children would be able to be free and live their lives the way they want it, right? So that was a bit bigger implication. I say that because we know about the papal bull, that pretty much, said, hey, yeah, Spain, you can go ahead and, them all savages. They're non-believers. They're non-Christians. So of course it's okay to
Key
enslave them.
word. See? So right off the rip, right? And I'm giving this conversation because we're going to end up talking about morality. That's the title. Hard
Correct.
Initiated. That's the show we was on. Christianity
Right.
versus atheism, chemicals, humans, the Bible, and morality. All right.
Mhm.
And so it's almost like we're being immoral because we clearly know the story. If we're intelligent enough to read the Bible, then we know the story. And we know exactly how the story goes. Matter of fact, we can count, we can date, we can do all these things. Not say date like we know the dates of when Christianity came to be. So that means there has to be a time when the world wasn't practicing Christianity. Easy work. We know we lived in an environment prior to Christianity. It's clear.
Cool.
Lived in an environment before the Roman Empire. That's where Christianity really forged itself. We lived in an environment before the Greeks, Mediterranean. That's clear. Before the Persians, before the Assyrians, before the Hyksos. It's clear. Before Egypt, before Nubia. It's clear. Before Sumer. It's clear. Right? Take you 5 minutes to figure it. 5 good minutes timeline to put you back 350,000 years. And that's why I kept saying that. 190,000, right? Rift Valley, 350,000. Archaic Homo sapiens sapiens, Morocco, 260,000. South Africa. Easy work. Looking just like me and you, thinking just like me and you. I'm going to say it slow. 350,000, 260,000, 190,000. Looking like me and you, thinking like me and you. 350,000 years before what she's talking about. So it's clear. So it would have to be immoral for a person to change the whole dynamics of your culture just to get labor off you. Think about that. Free labor, right? How do you create a slave? You turn them down and build them back up. What did they build us back up with? They built us back up with Christianity.
Yep.
That's not hard. That's easy work right there. Right?
Yeah.
It established a new moral code. I'm gonna say it again. They established or reestablish a new moral code, Juju. You'll hear him talking about a Christian worldview and its values. That's fine. But the values in the moral code that was contained in the biblical text did not instruct and inform them not to steal human beings. Did it, Juju?
Oh, wow. Not you cooking with hot grease right now. It absolutely did not.
It did not.
I've never
And it's obvious. So they'll say, no, they wasn't the real Christians. I'll say, what in the world is the real Christians? You can only judge Christianity, listen to me close, by the people that practice it. Y'all didn't know that? No, you got to be Christian. Nope, you can only judge Christianity by the people that practice.
Correct.
I'll say the majority of Christians, matter of fact, the majority of the human population are good people. Absolutely. And I'll say, just like science, people can misuse science and people can misuse Christianity. Got you. But it was nothing in that book that informed and instructed. God did not instruct and inform their particular totem, their particular culture, right? Their particular deity didn't instruct and inform that, hey, man, that's wrong. As a matter of fact, it said the opposite. Clearly said you can enslave people with rules and regulations.
Yeah.
That was my whole point. Y'all about to see it. So let me play this right here. Let's get it. It's going to mention some names y'all know.
Have worshiped other gods. In fact, they have a propensity towards false worship. They have a struggle and inability to be in proximity to other people's and not take on their practices. They struggle being in community with other nations and not taking on their notions. They struggle being around non-believers and maintaining their faith. We are talking about being closer, and the children of Israel struggle being close to anything that is not like God. They struggle being around false gods and not worshiping them. And so, liberated from the spiritual disappointment that came with Ra and Osiris, these freed Hebrew slaves journeyed to the promised land of Canaan. And while Yahweh parted the Red Sea and sheltered them with a cloud by day and led them with a pillar of fire by night and rained manna down from heaven to feed them and sent quail when they wanted meat.
Yeah, she in that game. She going all the way in.
She's definitely preaching though.
She's going all the way in.
Better get
Big up to you, sis.
I like that, Claudia.
Big up to you, Pastor Claudia. Right.
Not hating. I'm gonna show my Aunt Mildred that in a minute.
But guess what? That's not enough for the modern African American, because the modern African American heard you say 3 deities, 1 from Asia and 2 from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh is from Asia, Asian deity.
Correct.
Right? He come on the scene approximately 600 BCE when you start to see the literature. You don't know, you start to see the literature. It comes into print. Let me say that. It comes into literature around 600 to 550 BCE. Maybe a little bit, not even, maybe a little bit, I'm giving them too much. But it comes into print. It comes online. Now, people are saying these stories, like all religions do it. It start off with oral traditions, right? So it's older orally, right? But we know it does not predate the Egyptian civilization. It does not predate the Canaanite civilizations in Asia. It's very young to the other deities in Asia. You got Mesopotamian deities, you got Sumer deities that are way older than that. You got African deities that trump that. Okay? I'm not trying to make a point of how old something is. I'm trying to get y'all to get used to times, dates, quote unquote chronology. But she mentioned 3 deities, Yahweh, Osiris, and Ra. And she talked about how these Hebrews, right, had a propensity to worship false gods. But wouldn't that be what she doing right now? Wouldn't that be what all Christians doing? Am I messing this up, you do?
No, you're not. You just, you're making a very logical point. You know, who else is like gonna be worshiping any type of God that doesn't represent their original culture? You know, we are West Africa.
My man Thug Ass, he said she ain't saying nothing. She actually is. She's saying a whole lot. But how do you see what she's saying though? She's saying a lot. She's trying to give you a demonstration and an explanation on how the Hebrews was falling away and worshiping false gods. We African Americans that was enslaved, we started to embrace the story the wrong damn way. We didn't embrace it like people that should be fighting for their cultural containers. We embrace it like a people that started to embrace that story, and we became the people in that story because it sounds similar to our story. But we seen it wrong. We seen it wrong. Because guess why we seen it wrong? We didn't recognize our Africanness. Because if we would have, as we read the story, we would have been angered. Because God was actually, Moses was actually, Aaron was actually fighting against Egyptian authority, Egyptian culture, and Egyptian deity. And they was demonizing it right in front of your face. And you had no connection to Africa, mentally, socially, spiritually. You had no connection to it. So you seen no fault at it, and you picked the wrong side.
Facts.
It's clear you picked the wrong. No, we didn't pick the wrong side because whoa, you actually did. You picked the wrong side. Side you should have been on. And I understand the process of reformulating you into a slave. You got to wash out your history. You got to get it out your mind, and you got to start a person over from the beginning. That's what I call a slave. A slave is a person that has been forcibly restarted. They forcibly made you restart. Culturally, socially, mentally, and linguistically. Whole language. Remember I say language is culture, right? Lost all that. The way we transmit ideas. Lost that. It's part of the deal. You tear that down, you make elements of that illegal. They sharp. They sharp. Make it illegal. It's illegal to worship your gods. Simple as that. It's illegal to practice your custom and traditions. It's illegal to say your names. Y'all watch Roots, right? What's your name? Kunta.
Your name Obi.
Kinte.
Pap.
What's your name? My name Kunta. Kinte.
Your name Toby.
Couple times. What's your name? Kunta. Kinte.
Boy, I said your name.
What's
Toby.
your name? Kinte. What's your name? Toby. It's right there for you to see. When you lost your name, you lost your custom and traditions. When you lost your system, you lost your culture. When you lost your language, you lost your culture. You lost the thing that inform and instruct you on how to be and how to act. And that's all she's saying. She's saying that the Hebrews had lost the way they was informed and instructed and was following false gods. Very interesting. Huh. And we should fight for that and be Christians and follow the Lord. Now, I don't believe none of that, but I clearly understand that there's a super serious cultural dynamic going on here that only an atheist can see. Because if you believe in God, you done. You can't even see what I'm saying right now. You like, oh, you stuck. You don't even see it. But if you understand what a God is, if you understand that human beings develop God based off of how they understand the world, and you could always tell how people are, you could always tell the moral code of the people is study their daggone God. So if they God saying, hey, yo, the slavery is good, then the people saying slavery is good. See, it's very simple. Because remember, the Bible didn't fall from heaven. Not at all. Not unless you just tripping, right? The Bible was inspired by God, inspired people, inspired men of God. I don't even say inspired women, inspired women, right? But humans say that. Humans say the Bible inspired them. It was inspired. God inspired us to write it. Humans say that. So until we can get the point that science is an all human creation and religion is an all human creation, and understand exactly what religion is, because there is no scholarly consensus on it. But best I can tell, it's culture. It's how you believe. It's what you make sacred. It's what you make divine. It's how you practice that. It's what you feel is special. It's how you dance. It's how you move. That's dog barking and lost his mind.
That's Killer. His name Killer, y'all.
Name is Zeus.
I know. I'm just kidding. I know his name. Boy, he sound like a killer for real, boy. Say, boy, I'm gonna get y'all.
So
Go ahead, keep cooking though. You slow cooking. It's hot. It's hot right now.
So I'm trying to make it real solid here for y'all. For those who don't believe, just know that religion is custom, traditions, ideas, and I ain't making it up, Juju. I ain't even close to making it up. Y'all be saying, "Oh, you just trying to sound slick." I'm really not. I don't think y'all. You should just see the way I see, right? And then see it the way you see it, and then start to recognize it. Man, come on, yo, it's right here for you. Do it all the time. Look, it's right here, Juju. Am I correct?
I mean,
So what is religion, Juju? What is religion, Juju? Can you see that?
I can see. No.
Go ahead.
It's a range of social, cultural systems, including designated.
Stop. Hold on. I see. I didn't make it up.
You said cultural.
See?
No.
This is social. See, I just said it to slick Baltimore. Where's the cultural container? Go ahead, Juju.
That means it's a glue for society that helps maintain unity. I just wanted to expand on that, including designated behaviors and practices.
Oh, so it's a certain way to act.
Designated, which the leaders of that culture will decide, and the culture themselves. Yeah, in practices, morals, beliefs, worldviews, texts, sanctified places, prophecies, ethics, or organizations that generally relate humanity to supernatural, transcendental, and spiritual elements. Although there is no scholarly consensus over what precisely constitute a religion. Do I need to read that again? People always ask the definition of religion. We have this talk. There's no scholarly consensus over what precisely constitutes a religion. Different religions may or may not contain various elements ranging from the divine, the sacredness, faith, and a supernatural being or beings, plural. The origin of religious belief is an open question with possible explanations, right? With possible explanations, including awareness of individual death, a sense of community, and dreams. Religions have sacred histories, narratives, and mythologies.
Stop for a minute. It has sacred histories. So for you to be a Christian, you have to denounce your sacred history. Think about what I'm saying now. A serious Christian will denounce African history because African history contains all these elements.
It must.
All right. Now we see why people struggle with African history. Now we know why don't nobody want to be African Juju, because they're actually Christianized. There would be no other reason but not to think that your histories was sacred. But go ahead. Narratives. She just gave you a narrative on false gods, and you accepted that narrative. She just gave you mythologies, but you accepted mythologies as historical accurate statements. But keep going, Juju. Preserved what?
In oral traditions, sacred texts, symbols, and holy places that may attempt to explain the origin of life, the universe, and other phenomena. So I'll be explaining the world around us.
Symbols. That's why you see me always wearing this, Juju. The reason why I always wear it. It's just an African symbol of life, yo. And that's it. And when I started teaching and banging, it was this, yo. And I ain't no damn Egyptian. But it's an African symbol. That's why I don't call the Bible sacred text. I don't.
Because you know
I
you're
would call
sacred.
African text that they write sacred.
Facts.
All right. Holy places. I say Africa, the motherland. If the motherland, I mean, it's the holy land. It's where we all come from. It's the sacred divine spot. See how I did that?
Yeah.
See? Chinese would say the same. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't got to believe nothing to say that. But go ahead. That may attempt to explain the origin of life. Now go right here. This is when it gets serious. It gets serious right here. Go ahead.
Where you want me to start? Religious practices may include rituals, sermons, commemorations, or veneration of deities or saints, sacrifices, festivals, feasts, trances, initiation, matrimonial, and funerary services, meditation, prayer, music, art, dance, and public service.
Public service.
Yeah, of course.
No, you don't got to read no more. You ain't got to read no more. But that's deep.
No, let's
public
read that.
Service.
There are an estimated 10,000 distinct religions worldwide. I had to read that one. There are estimated 10,000 distinct religions worldwide.
So 9,099 is wrong, huh?
10,000.
999 is wrong, huh, Juju?
10,000. God, Lee. 10,000. Oh my God. Oh, you want me to finish? That's all I wanted to say. It's 10,000.
We can stop right there. That's enough on that. Man. So I'm just making a point here. That's why I'm an atheist, because I don't like the fact that they disrespected African culture and gave it to my grandmother and gave it to my mother, my auntie, my uncle, my nephews, and they gave it to them. Had us thinking that the book was talking about the world, first point, which it really wasn't. Never was talking about the world. It was talking about their world. It was talking about their idea. It was talking about their concept. You feel me?
Yeah.
Their dance, their song, their ritual.
Facts.
Now, I don't have a problem with you switching up, but I just think you should know you switched up.
Right? I just need you to recognize.
Recognize it. And move forward and say, okay, I don't care about that. Right. Because then
put some respect on it.
If you can move forward, yo, then actually you can. If you can move forward, then we can get to this point. Now let's get into is cooking. Right, cook. Now we're cooking. This we really want to talk about right here.
Norepinephrine. I'm just tripping.
Oh, you saying the words? I couldn't say it. All right. I don't even want to play my part because I'm on here. I don't gotta play my part.
I said it wrong. It's norepinephrine.
Norepinephrine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you showed me how to say it, and then you gonna mess it up? Oh, gee.
I did.
Yeah, I'm here. So that I actually said this on here. Hold on. Be your religion. You can have gods or just ancestry. You can worship your ancestry. Maybe your village worship the water where you get the food and the substance from, right? All these things are in play. Human beings have been on planet Earth for 350,000 years. They wasn't waiting for Jesus Christ or Yahweh or the Hebrew, like you said, the Middle Eastern tradition to affect the rest of humanity. We got to stop this. We got to be honest. So yes, we all have the right to believe. This is a Christian show, and I appreciate it. But there's just some things I cannot allow y'all to get away with. Morality does not come with God. And if it does, then there's at least 250,000 gods or 2,500 gods, all giving moral codes before the Christian God gave a morality code. So either we sitting here thinking that God gave it to us, and that would mean that African people are like some left behind people, that we was actually waiting on the Middle East to give us some type of moral code for us to be who we is. And then maybe we should be thankful to colonialism and slavery. Like I used to tell my mother, I say, Mom, man, if not for Christianity and European colonialism, we wouldn't even have known about Jesus Christ. That's a fact. And you can talk about Ethiopia and Fermentius, right? The Syrian traders that brought.
Hey, Juju.
I'm alive, boy. You was killing it right there.
Hey, Juju. The best part is to read the comments.
I know. Let's go.
No,
Let me see.
he said you loud and wrong.
Yeah, I see that.
He said you loud and wrong. Hold on. He cooking with noodles. Look.
To me.
Look.
Morality is written in our essence. Who wrote the essence? The standard was introduced from God. He cooked and burnt ramen noodle.
That's funny. Look, listen. Just listen to it. Look.
New Year, the most moral people I've witnessed were not Christians, but atheists.
Ooh, cooking out the greens. Nope. Loud and wrong. Romans, look, scripture, Romans, they call it scripture. I call it the verse.
Scripture 18 through 32. I might go read it.
Morality is written.
I believe the modesty came
essence. Who wrote essence?
Yeah.
Now that's an interesting statement there, though.
Yeah.
A little spooky.
It's a little
spooky, but it's really, we're going to talk about the essence, just the chemicals, though.
Yeah. I get that. I get that.
He say what?
We do not
He's
know
in
what
his
you told
all
your
nine. What did he say?
He's in his all mind. I don't know what that means. It must be some old stuff. But what about the one? We don't care what you told your mother.
Where that's at?
This is Brandon Lockett.
Where he at? I ain't see it. Brandon Lockett. We don't care what you told your mother. Look, that's a Christian.
Yeah, they are Christians. They say this rigmarole. Where's the rigmarole comment? It's hilarious. Not rigmarole. Did I say that right?
That's okay. Yeah, rigmarole. You hit me with the rigmarole, yo.
Oh, what? Who? Yo, I thought they started eating rigmarole in the early 1900s. I've never.
Man,
I gotta ask my Mildred. She knows.
I like this one. Look, I know the rigmarole is like just kind of flammery, like rigmarole.
Okay.
Like, boy, you just rigmarole.
Look,
there's only one true and living God, and that is the God of the Bible. Okay, see, that's called war right there. That's called disrespect the culture. Look, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is an African American here talking that.
Yeah, but he's
Isaac
Christian.
And Jacob, and ain't nobody named Isaac in Africa before.
Or Jacob, or Abraham.
Or Jacob. Straight European name. That's funny. Then Abraham.
Just wild.
All right. So y'all see the comments. Being your own mind. Let me see. Mean old man. Look, this is who she thought would come and cook on her behalf.
Christians, boy, got game.
See, so don't get mad when I'm fighting back. See,
they tried it.
He's looking at humans as if they aren't made by God. Y'all see that?
Lord.
See? He said nothing. You know this majority of these people here is black women. Y'all do know that, right? That's why it's important.
Now you gotta put on
African American women that don't believe to stand the hell up, so your sisters can see, right, that it's not a problem. Atheists and people who argue seem angry. I want the peace from heaven. I ain't angry. What y'all don't know is
say we angry when we just when we're challenging. That's that's the gaslighting.
Look, here you go. Look. Michelle E got to you. I got her. Look, got her. He said, I'm deeply saddened because this is likely to create more confusion amongst the Christians who barely has a relationship with the Holy Spirit. Night, y'all. I sent her packing. Juju, she got out of there, yo. She
That's
got out of
funny.
there.
That was Claudia.
Nope, Michelle E. That ain't Claudia. That's Michelle
Oh, okay,
E.
okay.
Oh, you went away. I can't see. You must have went away. No, I read Michelle E.
I got it.
Michelle
I got
E
it.
says, I'm deeply saddened because this is likely to create more confusion amongst the
You
Christians
ran her off.
who barely
Look, she
has a
said,
relationship with the Holy Spirit.
"Yeah, you was that bad spirit that stepped into the place.
Yep.
You feel me? Devil made you do it." That's what they gonna
Yep.
say.
Look,
That's crazy.
look. Does ancestry predate God as well? Laughing. Look, they laugh through their ignorance. They laugh. Yes, ancestry does predate God. It absolutely
Let's
does.
make it clear that's willful ignorance.
Willful
Because some of
ignorance.
these people may be extremely intelligent and scientific, we don't know, but their religion is going to back them up in their logical and critical thinking, because that
Look at
has
this.
to supersede everything. You get what I'm saying?
Look,
Shout
Brandon.
out Fine
Brandon, he do think he cooking. Laugh out loud. Look, real Christianity have nothing to do with colonialism, other than the hacked white supremacist Christianity version, which we know is
It's
demonic.
the same Christianity.
That's the only
bro.
Christianity we got. Look, now Cynthia McDonald Cam said, I knew Ankh was going to come on and shut it down. Now, one the Lone Star.
That's
Ooh,
funny.
look at this. Look, I'm signing off with Tim. He mad, and they never downgraded her. He just what? He just a mean old man.
Now you got to be the old man. I thought you was doing pretty good, Bobby. Shit.
Damn, did I cut my hair yesterday? I had the gray Sean yesterday, right?
Did you?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know. I thought you was
Yeah, I had the
giving
gray
it.
Sean.
You was
Y'all
giving it
got
to
man,
him.
when we over here, man, y'all gotta support, man. Y'all tripping, man. Cupcake face, President Ankh, 2029.
That's
my name wrong.
funny.
It say,
That's
how does
hilarious.
our accent sound? I am from Baltimore. Morality has a foundation. It says morality has a foundation, though. This dude, he's foolish. Europeans stole the word from Africa. Wrong.
Merlin.
I learned it in college class. This dude woke up and chose violence.
Yeah.
Miss Smith. Miss Smith, you funny.
Yeah,
Miss
that's
Smith
funny.
is funny, yo.
Yeah.
Look at this. Nothing predate God. Here you go. Look. Trust, believe the gospel. Ankh is a black power guru from Sarnetta TV. He's a cool brother, but he's pseudo as all outdoors.
Oh,
how you
Lord.
gonna use the shit we
Is that Pastor Bennett? Is that Pastor Bennett, bro?
I don't know. That's trust and believe.
You ever seen him before?
Who, Pastor Bennett? Yeah. Yeah.
No, trust and believe. Do you know who that is?
I never seen. No, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
We got some people requesting to come up, just to let you know. And,
all right, we got it. We're gonna get y'all to come up.
And I just wanted to shout out Pastor Joint Podcast because he said he's a new sub to the channel. So we appreciate that support. Shout out to you, Pastor Joint Podcast.
I love my city, but go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You got it. You got it.
I love my city, but come on, Ankh. God predates everything. That's Rebecca Dunham. Okay. So they don't know. What on earth is he talking about? Juju,
I
I
know what you're
think,
talking about.
you know what, Juju, I think in that little smell I gave,
Yeah,
I think I might have been,
you heard him.
if my second time on there, I would give myself, as I critique myself, I would actually give myself a super cool 7.5. Super cool.
I
Super
thought
cool.
you was doing it well. Like you
Yeah,
came in there, you
yeah,
dropped great
yeah,
points. You were clear and concise. It was
yeah, I was a little
sharp.
sped up.
But
A little sped up
that's
though. I
all right.
know
I
I was
like
a little
that.
sped up.
Keep improving.
A little sped up though. I know I was a little sped up because I didn't know he's gonna give me that much time, yo. I wouldn't. You know how you go and think you ain't got a certain amount of time, and they must have got caught up.
Yeah, but you
Hey, let
going
me
in
get
these
it all
places, you
out.
know they're gonna try to like silence you. So you want to like get your point, at
But they
least one
did,
good concise point out.
and
No,
I
they
got
didn't.
one good because I did that. They gave me more time than I thought. All right, so there we go. A lot of black atheists speak out of pain from racism. Wow, Tria Strickland. That's why, as believers, we shouldn't be dismissive of people that are affected by racism because it leads people like this. See, they should say anything, yo. Huh? Like
Hmm.
it's like we're in an alternative universe or something. It says every other culture worships the sun. Can somebody tell a Christian that they worship the sun?
Yeah, that's
I thought y'all
funny.
did worship the sun.
They trolling.
And the Lord God is a sun and a shield. Come on, yo.
Yep, yep.
He
See,
wrong is two left shoes.
Dr. Mo said y'all should have read scriptures like y'all did in South Carolina.
Look at this. God killer. This is hope with precision. God killer says all I need to know. Huh? Jesus HS and God were here before everything. Come on, Jay Witt. Jay Witt, sis. Come on, sis. You can't read the Bible without the Spirit. Shawnee Lawrence. Enough of that, man. They funny. Okay, so let me keep going. Hold on. I'm gonna pass a link. Let me play this through. All right, because this is fire. All right, because we want to really get you what we really want to get you. I'm having fun. All right, that's interesting, though, man. To hear how people think, man. I think it's important to converse with Christians and Christians converse with atheists. I think it's important. All right, let me get up. King Azala.
Is a pastor, slave of Christ. He says, could you share what are the qualifications of being a pastor other than being called by God? Good question. We'll come back to that one. Shout out to Winter's Lighthouse says, OG Sin was making a decision without God. Whether you believe in God or not, you can sin against him. An example, the king who desired Abraham's wife based on a lie. God intervened, prevented the king from sinning against him. And the last super chat that I'm going to read right now, shout out to Slave of Christ again, my favorite. Slave of Christ, please email us at info@harleyinitiated or info@harleyandlove.com just so we can reach out to you. I actually want to send you something to them. Actually,
Yeah,
he
hit the Jerry. He hit the Jerry.
Yeah, but I just wanted to come in and Ankh said a lot, and so I just wanted to just kind of level the playing field. I think we're all having a really good conversation, and I've really appreciated a lot of the insights that Mandisa you've brought forth, and so I just want to make sure you're not feeling attacked in any way. To your question, Tyshawn, I actually don't fully disagree with the claim that morality can exist outside of Christianity. Where I struggle is I do believe in the origin of the world, the creation story as documented in Genesis. And so because of that, I do believe in the Judeo-Christian God, even though we all understand that in the Old Testament, anybody we talking about in there was not Christian, right? They weren't called Christian until they were in Antioch, which is during some time in the New Testament. So I do think that it is a very apt point that we really should kind of have conversation about where does morality come from. I do personally believe that morality comes from Creator God, and Creator God is not bound by a religion or a denomination. Creator God actually instituted morality, and we saw him give a moral code to the children of Israel, specifically to Moses. And that is kind of where we begin. But I think we also kind of see a moral code instituted in Genesis long before we get to the 10 Commandments, when we have the exchange between God, Cain, and Abel, right? So the moment that Cain kills Abel, we now have a problem. We also have a problem when we get to the flood, right? God says, man, I grieve, I mourn that I have created these people who are operating outside of my design for them. And so I am now going to destroy this world because they are so violent and they are so evil and they are so wicked, right? So in that instance is assumed that there is a moral code that, you know, is very fair to my atheist friends. If we go just with the literary text, that moral code has not been explicitly expressed in the biblical text between chapters 1 through 11. Right. So I think that there's definitely space for us to really kind of have conversation about what is the standard that God is holding these newly created beings to, these antediluvians to, when he says that they are so wicked that they now must be destroyed. And so I think that that's kind of what I would kind of add to the conversation that I think is valid. But I do think that morality originates from the Creator God, because I do believe in that particular narrative.
Huh. Why has it always got to be the sister that's at least sharp enough to realize, man, he was kind of cooking. He made some sense. She was smart enough to recognize that, hold on. I might not agree with everything he was saying, but he was spot on with that. So I ain't going to die. I'm going to make it make some sense. He got us at this point. Let me make some sense out of it. Let me tell him, sharp sister.
Yeah,
sharp, meaning she's not intellectually dishonest.
Right.
Okay? She's like, that man said something to make some sense. He's right. Huh?
She had to make it within their parameters, within their paradigm, though. Like she
No. She got to do that. No, she got to come, because I don't think she fully understands. But she understands that what the hell I was saying would make sense. And she said, that's a great conversation. We should fully explore that morality outside of God. She said that.
Yeah, but within her paradigm, though, anything outside of it is gonna be like tapping on a brick wall. You get what I'm saying? That's why she had to. That's why she had to interject Creator God. You get what I'm saying?
I like that though, because he made up a whole other God.
Yeah. She had to, right? Now we got deities, and she had to like frame it within the paradigm of, you know.
She went conscious community on us, yo.
That was cute.
She said Creator God. I was like, huh? She went. Hey, look, that's funny.
The God Moses said, the Creator God. When was that ever taught?
No. You got Shaddai El, right?
Yeah.
You got El Elohim, Elah, right? You got Elion El, the Most High El Elohim, right? All right, let's finish. Then what Coleman got to say? Hey, Coleman, you know we coming for you, Mr. Coleman. Mr. Coleman. Mr. Coleman. Man, go ahead and buy Mr. Coleman book too, yo. Apologetics. What's the name of it? Get that man book. If y'all around us, man, in the service pseudo killers, man. Look, man, we intellectual gunfighters, huh?
I'm gonna drop that Discord link for the group. We got a good group in here tonight in the chat. Man. Yeah, I feel if anybody's interested, Pastor Joint, the God Moses, Fiki. I hope I'm saying your name right. If you get in a Discord, you can correct me, but y'all join that Discord. Think you'll thoroughly enjoy it. Just saying. That's where we get it in.
Yeah, man. Get the book, man. Get the book. Hold on, let me get back over here. I'm way out of bounds somewhere. Y'all can see it. Urban Apologetics, Restoring Black Dignity with the Gospel. Eric Mason, General Edition. All right, but my man write a chapter over here. Let me see. Man. He writes chapter 9, I believe. You know, Eric Mason be cooking too. He be trying to cook. Black woman and the appeal of the Black conscious community and feminism. Chapter 8 is Comedicism and the Gospel. All right. Yeah, chapter 2, part 2 is actually religion and ethnic identity groups. So he tagging everybody, yo. So what I'm saying is this is a response, y'all. All right. Chapter 11 is Adam Coleman. All right. That's the one we want to focus on. Adam Coleman. All right. Chapter 11, Black Atheism. Okay. Well, he messed that all up. We definitely gonna get him on that. We're gonna study that chapter and get to him.
Oh yeah,
All right, let's see
we
what's
got
next.
we gotta read now because I gotta read that chapter now.
Yeah, you gotta read that chapter.
Yeah,
Everybody get the thing get it on your Audible or your Kindle. Inexpensive, get it, and we will show them some respect by reading the parts. Very interesting. But that's their response. I've talked to Eric Mason on the phone. He did not want to debate me. He said, "You don't believe in nothing. I can't debate you." This was 4 years ago when he spoke to debate polite. Remember that? And I talked to him first. They was trying to get to him, right?
Yeah.
They don't never want to debate me. Because I'm not sitting there doing it like you normally gonna do it anyway. You know, just like the opening what I talked about. I don't even see it that way. Right? You telling me don't mess with the false gods based off the strength of your culture, then maybe I should look back to my culture and recognize it had strength in it too.
There you go.
See? That's all I'm saying. And I don't even believe in God. I understand that God is an attempt for early humans to explain the world they live in. Correct. And to find a way to record their culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, yo. That's what I'm saying. Y'all can go do it any kind of way y'all want.
To pass it down generations beyond their life, you know. Yeah.
Pass the culture
That's
down.
why I always feel like I gotta respect. That's why I do respect the Black church, and that's why I move how I move. I know a lot of people want to be all
You're a cultural Christian.
I am.
You're a
I am.
You're a cultural
No, want to be, oh, you should go and do this to the preacher. And I'm like, bro, if you ever came to my church and disrespect my aunt or my preacher, Dr. Reverend Douglas Hamilton, oh, definitely we gonna throw down.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
Juju, you know, you helped me. You the first person to actually help me see that. Damn, really?
I know. Because it tricks people. It's like, well, you know, I'm an atheist, but I still go to church.
What the hell are you saying?
And
watch this. So when you said it, when the sister said it, I was like, huh? I'm joking. You whatever. How you doing? But when Wishmakarma said, you know, I'm getting there, boy. I'm definitely getting there. Where's the daggone thing I wanted to show y'all, man?
Now you're looking for
I'm looking for, I can't even remember his damn, I don't know why I can't remember.
the guy Moses joined the Discord. I'll explain it in a voice chat one day. I've said it on different shows.
So when what's his name, man? Your white boy, man, Dawkins. Richard Dawkins. Richard Dawkins. When Richard Dawkins is talking about he's a cultural Christian. And if you study, if you see what a cultural Christian is, then you get the Juju been right all the damn time.
Yeah. Just like some Jews are. They're like cultural Jews.
They don't even believe right. Y'all gotta do the study cult what a cultural Christian is, man. Very interesting dynamic. Let's move forward here. We almost over.
Thank you, Claudia. Thank you. What you got for us, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, so if y'all don't mind me, you know, nerding out for a second, I'll be real brief. But you know, really, we're asking a worldview question, and by worldview, it's a worldview just simply the lens through which you see the world. So if you take like the sum total of everything that you believe to be real or true about reality, put them all together, that's your worldview. And so, you know, the folks like Medisa and Ankh would hold to a atheistic worldview, where in that sum total of things they believe to be real or true, God is not included in there. Whereas myself and Claudia would hold to a theistic worldview. My argument would be that a theistic worldview is the best, well, that God or the existence of God is the best explanation as to why there is a moral reality. I think when you take that puzzle piece, the existence of God, out of the equation, then you no longer have a proper foundation for morality. Now, a reason why I would say that is if you look at, if you get into moral philosophy, one of the ways that we can test out a worldview, I like to call it just the crash test, right? If you can hop in a worldview and kind of test it out in real situations, and you find yourself running into a ditch, i.e., some sort of like logical conflict or inconsistency, then you find yourself with a red flag that there's something wrong with that worldview. So when Ankh says that morality doesn't come from God, it comes from human moral codes, he also referred to evolutionary psychology. I think that if we take God out of the equation and we try to test drive his moral framework, we run into a ditch. For example, if it is true that the only moral codes come from human beings, then he would have to concede that the moral codes that instituted slavery, and actually all of the qualms, the moral qualms that Mandisa has brought to bear, he would have to concede that those are morally equivalent to any worldview, any moral code that he would institute or believe to be ethical. So there is no way to adjudicate between what's moral or immoral in some ultimate sense, if really all moral codes come from humans, because whatever humans put on the table as being moral, then that's just what it is, right? So the slave master who believed that it was moral to enslave our ancestors is on equal moral footing with Brother Ankh and Mandisa, according to his worldview, because there is no hierarchy in terms of what's more moral or less moral. It's all just human codes, right? Now they can argue like, oh, well, no, they were just out of step with some da-da-da-da, but they would have to give us some sort of foundation upon which to base their moral claims, which they haven't done so far. That being said, it's not only Christians who have to account for what morality is and where does it come from. All worldviews have to account for that. And I would argue that the Christian God, upon which human value is based, i.e., remain in the imago Dei, we already talked about that. I think he affords a far better foundation for morality than anything that atheism could put to the table. If evolutionary psychology is the way in which we form moral codes, for example, Brother Ankh, then you would have to concede that any claim that you make about morality has been programmed into you by your DNA. We can then ask, why is it that the moral claims that you've made are any better than Hitler, who's been programmed by his DNA? Why is his DNA that programmed him to be morally what he was any better or worse than the program that you received from your genetics? At the end of the day, if it's all genetics, then nobody can really lay claim to one moral code being better than the other. We've just been programmed by molecules and I guess enzymes and proteins and so forth. And so when we jump into that car and test drive these worldviews that something like Brother Ankh has put on the table, we run into the ditch of this lack of a basis for moral claims that can have any rational justification. And so I do think that the best explanation for why there is a moral reality to begin with would be that there is a God upon which it is grounded.
Ugly Google gosh. Come on, Coleman. Come on, man. Couple mistakes there.
A lot of mistakes.
You deny the evolutionary process because I'm sure you don't understand it. Not a problem.
No, he doesn't.
Second point, you talk about the moral code had to come from God because all morality and slavery. He tried to say that slavery was a result. Europeans was the result of their moral code. Did he not say that, Juju? Somewhere in there, right?
Yeah.
He said that. Now this clip is going to set up the next one. Let me get back to what he said again because this is important. When he mentioned that slavery piece, is deep.
Okay.
She called in for backup.
Yep.
Hey, from the fruit. Now, by the time you shoot, comes from human beings. Oh man. Colonialism.
Question, Mandisa, in your household.
Shoot.
I don't think you.
Oh man.
Take your time.
You start over again. Damn. Let me get that out of there. Let me put this back up here. Hold on. Man, y'all. Shoot, I ain't gonna be able to. Damn, Juju. So I gotta go past that.
And we were teenagers. So you can have song and dance be your religion, because at that point you've lost your.
It's not our
or immoral in some ultimate sense, it really all moral codes come from humans, because whatever humans put on the table is being moral, then that's what it is, right? So the slave master who believed, if it is true that they don't.
All right, here we go. All right. Man, y'all listen to the Community Skeptics, man. Like and subscribe, man. If you ain't like and subscribe on the channel, man, then you ain't what's happening, yo, because we what's up. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the family of shows on the Pseudo Killers, man. All right. Remember, yo, these shows are for everybody. For the family. Should baby sit down and watch the daggone show. We done went commercial on y'all. We want the whole family to watch the show. If I can calm down, then y'all can calm down. I'm about to drop that link in a minute. Have some decorum and watch your mouth. What y'all talking about up in here, man? We cooking.
Check.
Check. Like and subscribe over here, and then like and subscribe to the Killers, man. All right, we right back. Okay, we got it. Listen to what he says about morality and man and all that. And y'all gonna get my next question when I get him.
Only moral codes come from human beings, then he would have to concede that the moral codes that instituted slavery, and actually all of the qualms, the moral qualms that Mandisa has brought to bear, he would have to concede that those are morally equivalent to any worldview, any moral code that he would institute or believe to be ethical. So there is no way to adjudicate between what's moral or immoral in some ultimate sense. It really all moral codes come from humans, because whatever humans put on the table is being moral, then that's just what it is, right? So the slave master who believed that it was moral to enslave our ancestors is on equal moral footing with Brother Ankh and Mandisa, according to his worldview, because there is no hierarchy in terms of what's more moral or less moral.
All right, Juju, you heard that, right?
Yeah, I heard that BS.
You heard it. I like the way he said that. Let's talk about that for a second. He's
That
basically
was some
saying,
hardcore flaming. Come on.
nah, I like it though.
Yeah.
Nah,
About no moral higher than the other.
No, you're right. No, but I like okay. I get what you're saying, but let me tell you why I like it. Because now you got a problem when I ask you this next question.
I got you. He
Set
in the
trap
corner.
for him. See, in the corner now. He don't even know it.
Yeah, he on the
he
ropes.
in that corner, and I got that lock, and I said, "What?" I locked the cage. Click. Answer the question. All right. So you heard what he said. He said that people that enslaved our ancestors, they had the moral code of, since all humans got the moral code, that moral code instructed them to enslave their ancestors. Did he not say that or something in there, right, Juju?
He said that.
Then he go right back to the slave. Bad. Watch this. Now it's getting good. Maybe we should go back a little inch. I'm gonna get it right.
Do you think? Just a little
i.e. some sort of like logical conflict or inconsistency, then you find yourself with a red flag that there's something wrong with their worldview. So when Ankh says that morality doesn't come from God, it comes from human moral codes, he also referred to evolutionary psychology. I think that if we take God out of the equation and we try to test drive his moral framework, we run into a ditch. For example, if it is true that the only moral codes come from human beings, then he would have to concede that the moral codes that instituted slavery, and actually all of the qualms, the moral qualms that Mandisa has brought to bear, he would have to concede that those are morally equivalent to any worldview, any moral code that he would institute or believe to be ethical. So there is no way to adjudicate between what's moral or immoral in some ultimate sense. It really all moral codes come from humans, because whatever humans put on the table is being moral, then that's just what it is, right? So the slave master who believed that it was moral to enslave our ancestors is on equal moral footing with Brother Ankh and Mandisa, according to his worldview. Because
he think he's smarter than what he really is. It gets worse and worse the more you play it, my guy.
I want y'all to hear it now. Y'all heard him. He the one introduced slavery into the conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Not me. He the
will have
one
to
said he
He
forgot.
have to
You know
hold
what?
that same standard to his own Bible and his religion at that point.
You know what he forgot, Juju? He
Go
forgot
ahead.
humans wrote the Bible.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Thought
He
it
would have to
fell
hold
from the
the same
sky.
standard to the Bible and the religion because those are created by humans. But
Here we go. Now we about to
that was
cook them.
stupid. Morality didn't do slavery. Come on,
We
like,
about to
did he
cook them.
really try that? That was,
Yeah,
oh my God.
yeah. Humans, since humans do it, humans
Better
do
not
it.
ever-
Humans create slavery.
Yeah, get Coleman over here. He gonna get tore up, bro. We
There's
gotta
lack of a
terrify.
basis for
Mm.
moral claims that can have any rational justification. And so
Christianity, and many of y'all disagree with each other. Now, again, as an atheist, if we're going to argue the existence of God, especially as if we're talking about like, and yeah, we know that molecules and organisms do exist, and the technology has been, and I know I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic there, but again, that's not really saying much, because as human beings, yeah, sure, we disagree on things, but is the golden rule in the Bible, treat others as they should be treated? That does not come from the Bible. That is older than the Bible. Stories about communicating and helping each other, being communal, that is outside of. There are other worldviews, like Ankh said. There are other religions.
Hold on, Juju. I got some comments right here in that thing, right? Very interesting comment. Let me find that. A person said that atheists can agree on where morality comes from or where they're going, then they die. Okay. Yeah, you just probably, yeah, you wow. Zoo, Brian Zoom. Hold on. This is the part right here. It says that atheism is out. Black, here you go. It say shoddy. Says black atheism is a complete departure from normative black thought. Now you know that's a lie, right? Because you know one of the greatest thinkers, Hubert Harrison. Hold on. Big up to Chilimbe. Big up to Chilimbe. He supplied the source. Here you go. Right here. Harlem Soapbox speaks, right? This is black thought. This is the pinnacle of black thought.
Correct.
See, this I tried to emulate this man when I was out on Harlem, when I was in Harlem. See, I knew what my idea was. I knew that I was standing on the shoulders of a giant that was out there. They had the largest crowds out of everybody. Right here. Get the article. Harlem Soapbox. All right. Hubert Harrison, right here. Here you go. Hubert Harrison. I read it before. I don't want to read tonight. Time restraints, but I'm going to give you all this article. This is black thought right here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let them trick you into thinking that black thought does not include atheism. It absolutely does. Because who in the hell is Hubert Harrison? He the one to write the newspaper and put together the history from your favorite person there, Juju.
Yeah. Marcus Garvey.
He's an atheist though, right here there, buddy.
He's the one that got him to where he was, so we would know who he is. Yeah, you got to start with Hubert Harrison.
He's the most famous street speaker. What did it say, Juju?
Hubert Harrison, Harlem's most famous street speaker, began as a socialist but became famous for his lectures discussing philosophy, psychology, economics, literature, astronomy, or the drama. By the mid-1920s, he drew crowds numbering in the thousands. A reporter exiting the Lafayette Theater on the 7th Avenue one evening in 1926 encountered one of the biggest street corner audiences that we have ever met. An audience whose faces were fixed on a black man who stood on the latter platform with his back to the avenue and the passing buses and his face to the audience, who blocked the spacious sidewalk. It was Harrison speaking on the theory of evolution.
Free, shorty, free, shorty, free. So now y'all see why I do what I do. That's black thought right there, yo. Black thought ain't stuck in religion all the time. Knock it off.
Nope, you're limiting black thought by thinking that.
You're limiting black thought. You playing around with black thought. You out there, you doing too much there, Mr. Coleman. And I like you, bro. I think you're trying real hard.
Trying too hard. Trying to
Yeah,
use all them SAT type words.
Hey, but hopefully we can have a conversation with Pastor Claudia
come on,
and
Mr. Coleman. Would like to meet you. Yeah, come on by.
And Pastor Claudia, right?
Yeah, I like Pastor Claudia though.
I like Pastor Claudia.
She seems to be very genuine, you know.
Yep. I can always listen to a genuine person no matter what they believe.
Exactly.
Right? All right, let's keep it moving. Let me see.
Other beliefs that are more naturalistic, that may be in tune in nature. So
Mandy, so let me ask you this official question, because I never got the question out for you. Sure. What is the official moral code that we should be operating on, especially as an atheist? What is that supreme moral code that we believe is right?
So I think that the ultimate, if I'm going to define it, or if I'm going to respond to it as what is considered a moral code, I would say that we should be treating each other with the utmost respect, and until that individual or individuals deemed that that may not be possible. I think it is important for us to be as educated and as informed as possible, so that we are able to make better and informed decisions for ourselves and our communities. That is where it starts. That is where it starts. And that does not come from this belief in a God that's in the sky watching over us. Because if we're going to talk about moral, if this God you believe in is sitting there watching everything that's going on right now, then there's a problem. There's a problem right now. So that's what I would say is a moral, what is considered a moral code that we should be that we should be starting with as human beings.
So can I join in? All right, she did a great job, man. Big up the Mandisa. And we see some more comments over here. It says, T. Sim says, right. It say, weren't we sold to colonizers? It said, either way, slavery has and always been evil. Okay. Now it's about to cook. It's gonna be the last clip right here. It's a good one. Man, like and subscribe to the channel, man. We just getting there. We got 6 slides we're gonna show. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to give them the scientific explanation of morality so that they'll know our position on where morality comes from with empirical evidence and data. All right? We're not just talking. All right? Humans just don't pop up out in the middle of nowhere in the Garden of Eden. That's not it. And my thing is, Juju, I want to be able to, I didn't get on that show to try to convert anybody from believing, right? I actually wanted to be on the show to give them a lens into humanity, into Africa, right? To anthropology. I want them to see how the world really works outside of their little biblical world. Like you say, they Christian worldview, which ain't even really a Christian worldview, because the Catholic Church has a Christian worldview, but they accept science. They accept evolution, right? They accept the Big Bang, you know, to a certain variant degree, but they definitely accept it. My point is, why can't African Americans accept science and the scientific explanations of the world around them and still believe? That's my point. It's Stone Age doctrine right there, bro. And they stuck all in the chat. Now it's about to cook up. Now it's about to cook up. Here you go. Let's cook. You know, I slid my way in there. Can I say something? Just wanted to say a little something.
You did.
Coleman is talking about slavery. Coleman is talking about the people that stayed with our ancestors. Since it's all human, since human created the daggone morality code. Yeah, I mean, then they just created slavery and all that. You're right, Mr. Coleman. Here you go. Answer the question.
Absolutely, Unc. So what is that supreme moral code if you want to add to that?
Well, first of all, am I on the panel with a group of Christians that don't actually read the Bible? Yeah, it's funny. Like, y'all didn't read in the book of Leviticus and the book of Exodus that God allowed slaves for the Hebrews? Oh, we forgot that? That's interesting to me. So now we want to play the game of we're going to pick and choose morality now, because it's definitely moral in the biblical text for non-Hebrews to be enslaved to Hebrews. Y'all didn't know that. See, I understand. I read the whole daggone thing a few times to make sure in these decisions. So am I, Mr. Coleman, am I wrong? Can the Hebrews have slaves?
I'll withhold my comments. I'm able to respond.
No, I'm just asking. No, that's a quick question. We don't gotta go longer. It's a quick question. Am I making some type of textual mess up or something like that? You know what I'm saying? You know how y'all like to play that game.
Adam, give us context. Give us context behind what
a slave. Only the
person. That's what I'm saying. I would have to. Right. I mean, I would have to get context, but I'm trying to let them finish. I mean, I don't mind answering if y'all want.
It's got to be that long. It's either a yes or no.
Go ahead, Adam. Go ahead.
So here's the thing.
Got to do like they did Robert F. Kennedy Jr. today.
Here's the reality. Like, I wouldn't watch the news today, but no, I think what you're going for is a gotcha question, and it just demonstrates that you actually haven't. No, wait a minute. I think it just demonstrates that you actually haven't read the scriptures cover to cover, at least understood it. It's because if you did, then you would know that just because something is described.
Hey, Juju, I wasn't trying to do a got you moment, Juju. I promise you I wasn't, Juju. I wasn't trying to do a Coleman. I wasn't trying to do a got you moment. He the one introduced slavery and morality, how our ancestors got enslaved. And if that's the point, since humans created a morality, you know what I'm saying? Then they created slavery. Then what? Well, okay, you're right. Humans did create morality, and they put their morality code in the Bible, and that's why the Bible say you can have slaves.
Man, you daggered him by his own source.
And look at the preacher. Look at Claudia. She laughing because she know I got it.
Look, her eyes were big when you dropped that. It was like, oh, he's sharp. Yeah, he read the Bible. Yeah, you the God killer. They don't know. They don't know.
No, I read the Bible, huh?
Yeah, but Coleman playing in your face right now. Yeah, Coleman playing in your face.
I read the Bible. I'm telling you.
Yeah, boy.
Y'all playing. A couple times. I understand it. I read the Bible and I read it and I started reading with a map and I started looking up the places and the pictures started to form. The Bible world started to form. Oh, then I got offended. So they ain't even talking about Africa. What about all this?
Yeah.
Then I realized it's a story. It's good literature. Go ahead, Jude.
It is. It's a story. It's not a got you moment.
It wasn't.
You just basically defeated him at his own logic. And now he got to gaslight you a little bit because he looks like an idiot. Because did he read the Bible? I'm sorry. I said he looks okay. Sorry, I take that back. Oh, I gotta watch my language. But he's giving I just got caught because now I'm like, did you actually read the Bible? Do you understand the book of the word which you're speaking of? Because you're oblivious to that fact, literally, because I would have never tried to use that piece of logic. Just saying. You daggered him with his own source.
He brought it up. I wasn't even trying to get him. I'm just playing. I'm doing my thing. Here we go. Let's finish. Let's see if he answered that question, though. He doing what they always do. He doing what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. did. And you know what they did? And they like, just answer the question.
He running now, but he trying to play in your face.
I got him on the ropes. He in trouble. He's shaking that cage. He did the lock. He trying to figure out a way to get that lock out. He know he done. He know he done messed up. Trust me. Here you go.
Or even in some sense, in some ways, regulated in the scriptures does not mean that it is condoned by Yahweh. So, for example, is it true that there was an allowance for divorce, issued by Moses? Yes. What did Jesus say about that? That it was not ultimately God's desire for mankind. Is it true that David was not able to build the temple of God because he had blood on his hand from wars that God told him to fight? Yes. What does that mean? Even though it was the case that he was to fight those wars, that was not indicative of God's ultimate moral desire for mankind. In short, what that means is just because something is regulated, or even in the Old Testament, I'll just say regulated, that doesn't mean that that's in accord with God's ultimate, with God's divine essence, if you will, or moral substance, I should say.
The book of Leviticus is the law. It's in it.
I know exactly what it is.
The 5 books of Moses and the whole 9 yards, and the Old Testament, they could have slaves, man. Okay. So we're not gonna act like that. Even the Canaanites.
That's not evidence. Again, that's not evidence.
Wait a minute. Okay. Once again,
it's not evident that the Old Testament is not evidence of endorsement of divorce. The point is, at the end of the day, in the beginning, just like Jesus did, you can say, "Oh man, if you want."
It shouldn't be tricky. It shouldn't be this tricky. It's about being a simple question. If God said it was okay for Moses and them to have slaves, that's all I asked.
And if we want to be intellectually responsible, then what we
I want to be like
my
grandmother reading. I want to be like my grandmother reading. She ain't go to theology school for 150.
But you're not talking to your grandma. You didn't ask your grandma.
No. See,
I'm going to be intellectually responsible.
No, what we should do is overtalk the audience, right? Listen, if the truth is that people go to church. I've been to church like everybody been to church. We go to Bible study. You start to get a little slick if you go to Bible study all the time, right? But most of us get to learn Jesus Christ through reading our Bible on a daily basis. It's not until we run into people like you, Mr. Coleman, and Miss Claudia, right? Where we start to get the quote unquote, well, it don't mean that, it mean this. That's fine. Not a problem. Because I don't think Christians listen to their theologians anyway. Y'all just pick and choose. But I'm saying, wait a minute. It's a simple question. Regardless, did God Almighty of the boundless universe, right? Which is very arrogant, because what about the universes in Africa? What about the universes in Native American? What about the universes in Australia? Everybody got their boundless God. I will not disrespect another people's totem idea and concept, because that's all God is, right? Back to the point, did the God of the Hebrews in the Middle Eastern area say that there's a law that you could have slaves under certain conditions? That's all I'm asking, man.
To answer your question directly, first of all, I think it's funny that this for the second show back to back. I've been ridiculed for reading. This is the second time that's happened.
No, you won't.
But anyway,
it's a simple question.
In Leviticus, slavery was regulated by under the Mosaic law.
Thank you. And it was regulated by European colonial powers too. Just for the record, it was clearly regulations on it. Just for the record. Let you know. So I'm just talking. I'm saying that regulations is regulations, and the people that regulated are the people that wrote the book, which were the Hebrew scribes, right? New Testament is what, quote unquote, people that have went to school in Greek schools, third generation.
What school
did Martin go to? So I'm making a point that legislation is legislation, and if your kingdom is on top, then you write the legislation. Like, come on, we're not sitting around writing legislation. We had to get into Congress. We had to, got to get the bills passed, right? But ultimately, that stamp of the United States is that same thing with the biblical text. I'm just trying to say so a moral code is based off of whether God decided to be moral at the time or not. That's wild to me. That's all.
Okay, now, but you read the book. You read the Bible let me just say, you read the Bible from cover to cover, but you just said that the New Testament authors were scribes who wrote the New Testament and so forth. Peter was described by his own Hebrew contemporaries as an unlearned man. So you read the Bible. You should have read that part, right?
Oh, but I thought you knew it might not have been
cool.
Peter.
Gotcha. Hold tight, fellas. Hold tight. We got super chats piling.
Oh yeah. Cooking with the hot grease. Got him. Oh
yeah, you double got him. Because that explanation is wild.
Wow. You know what? When I look back at this, I'm a up mine to an 8.2. Thought it was a 7.5.
Solid 9.
8.2.
I'm only gonna give you a 9 to keep you humble, but you got a solid 9.
Now once I got into it, once I really figured it out and made my way and realized how I could talk a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you. So this is for everybody, man. When you go to these shows and it's a role game, let it be known it's a role game. You might be a little shaky in the first half, like Lamar Jackson was. When that second half come, you better show up, make adjustments. So I made an adjustment to where everybody was speaking. I seen how The super sister was speaking, the pastor he was doing. I say she's intellectual, right? And I seen how he was doing it. I said, yo, he want to fight me toe to toe. I got him. He won't go toe to toe. Sister was like, nah, this nigga sharp. She knows she noticed I was floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. Coleman want to come in throwing wild punches. I'm ducking him. You know what I'm saying? So I made that adjustment. Yeah, I was starting to cook. I don't like to be arrogant, but yeah, I kind of was smooth. I got him. Right? Everybody was listening. It was a great conversation, yo. These are the conversations we must continue to have to push these platforms forward. The cussing out people and all that, yo. I ain't saying I'm past that, but I'm saying you won't catch me doing it. I probably mute it out and start cussing. You won't know it. We past that. We want to grow. We want y'all that's really following us, right, to grow with us. We want Space Age Anthony, right? We want that show to be known. We want Juju. We want that show to be super popular, right? We want to hear what Chalimbe got to goddamn say, right? With his deadly sources, right? We want the sisterhood within the server. Tiff, Miss Tiff, Juju, Black Panther. I don't want to start naming names. I'm forget some names. I'm just naming the pseudo killers right now. Sosa, right? We want them to cook. Kick door, Kent. We want their voice to be heard. Vance, grade 8. Y'all don't know about that. Man, we want their voices to be heard. And the only way that's going to happen, yo, we cannot let them pass us. It's a wave going on, ladies and gentlemen. It was a Hail Mary. I talked to Killer Hebrew today. I mean, Gorilla Hebrew today. I say, man, y'all caught a Hail Mary. He started laughing. I say, boy, when Kyrie Irving started talking about that Black Hebrew thing, y'all shit took off, yo. I said, I'm glad I still got my relationship with you and I ain't cuss you out. We just bust out laughing. So I'm be doing some conversations with Gorilla Hebrew. He in Atlanta bubbling. We pseudo killers. We going down there on the street. We getting back outside again. He get about 20, 30,000 views, 10,000 regular. That's what we supposed to have. I lost all that. I keep saying it because a lot of people thinking I'm just the mark in the room. I know what it feel like to have 80,000 subscribers on one page and 50,000 subscribers on another page. I know what it feel like. We was bubbling hard as hell. Our cup overrunneth. Ain't that how they say it?
Overflowing.
And then I had to fight with SETI and young Buzz Lightyears.
That's so
and
hilarious.
my thing got snatched down. So we making a comeback here. I'm saying, listen, I'm telling you now. Did I mention everybody? Anthony, you.
Oh, yeah, you know, gotta mention Anthony.
I said Anthony.
You know,
Mac, Rob. Oh, Mac, Rob. How I forget? No, I ain't mean it. Oh man, and then the whole pseudo killer army. I'm not gonna sit up here and name the whole damn pseudo killer army.
I mean, I'm still mentioning
Gozy, Al Jahid. Oh man. Yeah, yo, I'm gonna take everybody with me. That's what I do. Everybody coming. So that's why we showing this, so we know how to navigate these conversations, right? Because if I can grow, y'all got to grow. I can't look. I can't keep it unless I give it away. I ain't gonna be able to grow not unless everybody growing with me. I need some damn help. I make a lot of damn mistakes. I'm glad I got intelligent people around me. Say, nah, that might not be quite right. Yo, the discourse is a damn proving ground, right? So if you ain't in that damn discourse, you ain't in that. I said Cedric, didn't I?
Well, I'm gonna say it again just in case. Shoot.
We say it again, Sam. Cedric is the pit bull of the operation.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. He the sniper for real.
Latanya. Big mouth Latanya.
Yeah,
I like
Lisa,
Latanya. She's a very
Tiffany,
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why do we have all the intelligent women in the dang on show? What the hell's going on? That's incredible.
Intelligence
Beautiful, intelligent black women.
And I think with intelligence also
interesting.
has to have a bit of emotional intelligence, right? The
Yeah,
ability to actually tolerate and
that's
get along.
interesting. Yeah,
Mm.
I ain't forget nobody. Nahisi, pseudo killer.
Yeah, Nahisi, Dr. Mayat.
I hit her up at the beginning of the daggone thing. Conscious ingenuity,
Yeah.
Dr. Oya Mayat.
Yeah. And
Man,
Uhuru Academy. That's a part of it.
the Hoo Academy.
Uhuru. Yeah. Baba
So yeah,
Ahmed.
cooked out right there. Yeah, he done. He fried up. Look at
Yeah.
everybody's face. Look at everybody's face. Look, let's look at everybody's face. Look, they go to
Stressed.
pastor. They go to two.
No, LB. Delete that comment, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ham. No, thank you.
What LB say? That's LB.
I ain't
LB,
gonna
what she
repeat
say?
it.
What LB say?
I ain't gonna repeat it.
Go ahead and repeat it. What she say? You can repeat
She
it.
told my son child.
Oh yeah, Sunday. I ain't mentioned Sunshine. We don't mention pseudos live on air like that. Man, hey, big up to Ryan, right? And to Sean, man. All right, they the host of this podcast right here, man. For even giving me an opportunity, man, in a hostile environment. It was definitely a damn role game. All right. So I think we heard this. The sister gonna say something highly intelligent. I think I want to close out with y'all hearing what the sister had to say. The question was, is she scared? No, I ain't gonna say that.
No, don't do Pastor Claudia.
That's something Kim was
not-
saying. That's our
do not-
she gonna be our
Yeah.
pastor, yo. Pastor Clark gonna be our. That's our
Yeah,
pastor, yo. She's definitely our
she
pastor.
gonna be over the
Yeah, she's
prayer.
definitely our pastor, yo.
She'll
I
be on the prayer
can do
board.
like that, pastor. All right, here we go. Let's hear Sister Claudia, yo.
I like
Watch her
Pastor
intelligent take. Watch this. The professor didn't. It's pastor.
And Gideon, let's not forget Gideon. Not a
Man, that's the
non-Christian.
pseudo killer army. My fault, Gideon. I said I wasn't gonna name the whole damn, but that damn
I'm
Gideon,
sorry.
yo, be he loyal, man. Dang.
Yeah, Gideon is that dude.
Man, we growing, man. There's a lot of man. We had to cut some of the fat off the bone, right?
Yep.
Get it all together.
From the fat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at
Here we
you
go.
now.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's get to these super chats, and I want to hear Claudia on this one.
Shout out to Cynthia McDonald says, shout out to Mandisa and Ankh. I find it very interesting when atheists come to you with facts outside of religion. The Bible is used to be and condescending. Do better. The ops. We got the ops in the chat. I'm not sure.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Diadem 119 says, read Romans chapter 2 verse 14 NLT. Even Gentiles who do not have God's written law show that they know his law when they instinctively obey it, even without having heard it. Shout out to Elizabeth Howes, who says, an atheist blaming a God they don't believe in for humans making decisions based on the freedom to make their own moral code, which is what y'all want. As long as it feels good is wild. You can't have it both ways. And shout out to Slave of Christ. Man, Slave of Christ, true champion. Says, even when answering these allegations from critics of the Bible, they will most likely come up with more allegations. That is because they are not looking for answers that will refute.
Is that it is a chapter about the Jubilee year. So that is that it is a particularly verses,
which is what y'all want, as
particularly verses
to it with Claudia.
What's up, Claudia? What you got on this, sister?
I just want to acknowledge, I'm sure Adam has read it. The verses that Ankh is referencing are found in Leviticus chapter 25, particularly verses 41 to about 46, where God is speaking that the children of Israel are allowed to own slaves, purchase slaves, sell slaves. In those verses, God also admonishes that the children of Israel not engage with their slaves harshly. I think the other contextual thing that's really important about Leviticus 25 is that it is a chapter about the Jubilee year. So that literally it is about the fact that, okay, God is like, okay, you're going to own slaves. Fine. You cannot own them in perpetuity. And so this is oftentimes where we as Christians often argue the difference between biblical slavery and what we understand to be chattel slavery, as we saw post the transatlantic slave trade. Because what we have seen kind of in our modern period, which our ancestors are the direct recipients of, was perpetual chattel slavery. And so the kind of slavery that existed in scripture, particularly in this moment in Leviticus, is not what we have seen and what our ancestors experienced. So I definitely appreciate, Ankh, you bringing up that point in Leviticus chapter 25, because I just think it's such a great one. And I think you're absolutely correct. We do see, as Adam said as well, we do see slavery described in scripture. And I think what I love is that God provides us a framework to say, if you are going to do this thing that I don't actually agree with, then here is how you should best engage with it. You cannot engage with these people harshly. And I personally say that you need to let these people go after a certain period of time. And the Jubilee year also referenced not just the owning and the selling of slaves, but it also represented the working of the land. So you had to actually have years where you could not work the land in the same way that you could not work the fields. And those slaves that you owned in Leviticus 25, they had to be, their property, their land had to be returned to them in the Jubilee year as well. So there's a lot of reparations, reconciliation, and restoration that happens in Leviticus 25 when you really read it in context.
Wow.
So I think I'm gonna be honest here. This here is a conversation
I am delivered.
that we can, really go deep on, multiple series, multiple conversations. But I think it's a really good place to park it here. Because I really want the audience to let what we've had so far just digest, settle. Some of y'all need to actually go back. This actually started with Tim Ross and Mandisa and has evolved to the conversation we're having here. And as you can see, the saying that Black people are not a monolith is playing out as clearly as day here today. But we are a people that are searching for truth, and we need truth, and we need these answers. And it's evident by the condition that we're in. So I'm very thankful for every single person that came up on here
and everybody in the chat. 1,800
panel.
people in the chat. Shout out to Zandy Shields, says quality dialogue. Thank you to the speakers and this platform. Great information given to believers on how to show up in these conversations. Shout out to Jersey Style, says Mary Buckhart of Religion in Remission. Shout out to my girl Mandisa. The problem of morality is there is a sliding scale within religion. If any answer to is X wrong, is it depends on the context. It proves subjectivity. Let me tell you, like these, they make sense, but they're just hard to read. Y'all gotta add like commas. Just add commas. It's a lot of read. Just add the comma so I can know when to start the next part. And shout out to Mr. Phil Fox, says the amount of logical fallacies by the atheists is astounding. Shaking my head. Appeal to antiquity, nonstop appeal to emotion.
Man, it's a touchy conversation, y'all. It really is. And I appreciate all of our people for really nerding out with us, because even since the top of the year, we've been getting into apologetics, we've been getting deep into theology. This is a bit different for our channel, but I think it's very important for people of faith and believers, to really have that faith be backed by some real substance, right? Be able to approach these conversations and you might run into these questions, and you gotta have answers for these questions, especially if you are a believer, because we see people get knocked off their faith all day long. So I really appreciate, even though you guys, I would consider y'all the adversary, I appreciate y'all coming up in here and really bringing y'all honest thoughts and truth. And I appreciate my Claudia, Adam, and everybody else that we've been bringing on over this past.
Adversary, yo. Is the adversary the devil, ain't it? Did he just call me the devil? Did he just call us the devil?
Just a little bit. Very nicely done.
Nicely
you did it very
done.
nicely
Call
done.
it the devil. And he said something that was important. This how you know that we was cooking with hot grease over there, me and Mandisa. He said, yo, sometimes you're gonna be faced with something, yo. People will knock you out your faith. Y'all hear that man say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said you gotta have these answers. Problem is, if you sitting there listening to this thinking that the moral code came from a God, I got some swamp property in Florida.
That's funny.
Yay, funny. But this is my favorite part right here, and we're gonna end it right here. Let me see, can I get you my favorite part? This is good. Shout out to the pseudo killers, y'all. Look.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Live and direct on Hardly Initiated. And for my OG listeners that remember back in the day when we had the dating content, we launched a brand new YouTube channel. Y'all. Hardly in Love, the spinoff YouTube channel is here. We having dating activations. We connecting people in the community. We having matches, and soon we'll be bringing events and mixes to a city near you.
And it's
so
dope.
you have to go ahead and subscribe as soon as this video ends to the Hardly in Love dating channel. I think we have a link in the description, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it in the chat in just a second.
And even if you want to be a contestant and join the show, we even have a form in the description for you to fill out to join that show as well. We have been tasked with a mission to build multiple communities and platforms at this point in time. Me and Ryan are all in on this here. Hardly in Love, we healing, we transforming, we saving souls, or Hardly Initiated, I should say. And Hardly in Love, we want to connect and rebuild our community, get our families and marriages together. And people need a really dope singles community.
It's fun.
And we took it upon ourselves, since y'all say y'all having so much problems out here in these dating streets. So we got you. All right. So tune in with us. That's good. Oh, by the way, Hardly in Love is Tuesday and Thursday night. So we're going to actually have a show live 8 p.m. tomorrow night as well. It's always 8 p.m. We kept it simple for you guys. But other than that, one more big shout out to Adam and Claudia tonight. You guys were brilliant. I love my listeners. Y'all already know how we do it. Hardly Initiated. We are
big up to the pseudo killers.
You got it in there. You slipped that in there, boy. I like that.
I got him. I snipped it in. I got it in there. They weren't gonna let us talk no more. I had to get it in there.
You was cool with it too.
Can I play that back again? About time, ain't it? Got him.
Right on time.
Right on target. Right on target. One ain't trying to do it. I swear I wasn't. But I was thinking we was gonna get to say something. And I thought hey, let me say nothing. Here we go. We go. That shit was it was almost like I was part of the commercial, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Watch
right
this.
on
Watch this.
It's funny
as well. It's always 8 p.m. We kept it simple for you guys. But other than that, one more big shout out to Adam and Claudia tonight. You guys were brilliant. I love my listeners. Y'all already know how we do it. Hardly Initiated. We are
big up to the pseudo killers.
Hey, that was right on time.
Yeah, that's how we do it, yo. Yo, that's how we do it. That's how we do it, Juju.
Killers.
Money ain't trying to do that. I wasn't trying to do it, yo.
It matched.
That man shouted out Pastor and shouted out Coleman and forgot about me and man DC.
Yeah.
See? All right. Yeah, I mean, I ain't mean it. I ain't, but I had to. It went right. Shout out to the pseudo killers.
Yep, big up to the pseudo killers. It was big right in there.
And you can't take it down because it was smooth. It went right with it. It was like
it was smooth. It was smooth now. It was smooth now.
Hey man, big up to Ryan and them, man. I appreciate y'all, brother. Y'all sports, man. I'm gonna give y'all that, man. Put up with me, yo. You gotta be a sport.
Nah, you was on your best behavior, Bobby. What you talking
on my
about?
best behavior, man. I won't act up over that, man. I appreciate Tayshawn and Ryan, man. Yeah, yo, I had to get back into the gym for real now, because they in the gym. You can tell, yo.
Yeah, you can tell.
Because in the gym, you get too slick with them, yo. You be in the middle of it. You be in the middle of it. So yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. That was a good one. The LB say they ain't forget. Yeah, it was funny. Big up to the hold on. Big up to the pseudo killers.
Pseudo killers.
That was a good one.
It's
I appreciate that
funny.
moment. That was a great moment for the pseudo killers, man. The community skeptics. Did you say why you didn't say community skeptics? I couldn't get that. I couldn't do both. I had to choose.
I see. I got you. You know, I'm just
Choose.
looking
I had to
out.
go right with it. Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah. That and that video
If
is it's approaching 30,000 views right there, ladies and gentlemen.
good
All right?
exposure.
Good exposure for the team, yo. All right, this is a team effort, man. I want everybody to know this is a team effort too. This ain't, everybody want to try to look and make it me, but it ain't me, bro. No way I could go through all this if it wasn't a concerted effort, yo, with everybody working together, man. You know what I mean? And so it's not that, yo. This is a team game. It's like a football team. If a person missed the block, yo, you can get knocked out. Lamar can't do what he do without his team. Basketball a little bit different. You can go off for 40, 50 points by yourself. Might not win no championships, right? Remember, I always say teams win championships. So we already drop the link. All right. And then we're gonna hit that. We got 5 slides, right? To tell them, to show them really where morality came from. We had the 2 hour and 30-minute mark, man. Half an hour for questions and all that, man. I appreciate everybody being in here, man. Man, hit the Cash App, man. Let me see who shows some love, man. You know we got a store with some fire gear too, right? All this goes to the war chest.
Yeah, check out the Abjureware. Hit the Abjureware link. Abjureware.com. Trying to find the link. Let me drop it in there.
I got it. Oh, got it. I got it. Dun.
Bobby Banger been putting some hard work in. He's finna start to bubble.
We bubble together, yo. I ain't bubbling by myself. We're gonna bubble together.
I know, but you've been working lately. I've been on vacation low key a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Shining. Nothing wrong with that. We ain't hating. Yeah, we know it. Supposed to shine. Shoot. Online store. Hold on. All right, here you go. All right, man. Make sure y'all support the daggone store. Yo, fly hoodies, shirts, upgrade everything around us. Boom. Y'all see it. All right, man. Hey, Mars, put them links in there. High quality hoodies. I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't the cheap stuff. High quality. Simple as that. High quality. All right. So look at a tank that designed by Kick Door Low. All right. Quality. My favorite. My favorite right there. Y'all know it, man. Show some love, man. Get with it. All right. Hey, man, be a decorated pseudo killer, man. Don't be playing in these YouTube streets. All right. My favorite color right here with that. Anyway. Man, all this go to the war chest, man. When it's time to get speakers, man, we got a way to pay them, man. Big up to them big donations too, man. That'd be some love, man. We got a couple cash apps tonight, man. All right, appreciate it. Let's see where we at right here. All right. I already shouted out one, man. Show some love around here. Fontaine, man, you always on your A game, bro. That's real, yo. Appreciate that, man. And we talked about Byron, man. Appreciate that. All right. Some love right there, man. Yo, get y'all shirts, man. All right. Got them in all the colors. All right. Top notch. This ain't the pseudo joints. It's top notch. You know what I mean? You wash it. You can wash it. You're going to keep washing. And it ain't fading. It ain't shrinking on you. You all the way in the game. All right. Simple as that. All right. Simple as that. Drop that link, man. Y'all can get right to the ABG store, man. All right. All right. I done dropped that link. Oh, you somebody, you're ahead of the time. You're ahead of the time.
I mean, that's what I'm here for. I gotta, gotta do my thuck thizzle. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta give me a couple more shirts and hoodies too. So you'll see me in there.
I know you're gonna jump in. I already know. Yo, I gotta send you something anyway. LB, poor college dude. Yeah, LB, you super intelligent. Support LB. All right, so let's get into the scientific part of the show. We don't just stand up there and run our mouth and go on Christian shows and do all that and don't got the science to back while morality comes from humans. Y'all know that. All right. I'm going to paste the link. Let me see if I can paste the link. All right. Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate Harley initiated, man. Man, like and subscribe to their channel, man. Like I said, man, we appreciate you, Laos. Come on, man. And big up to you, man, decent man, that stepped out on the limb for me. Cause I could have, you know me, I could have been crazy, huh? So big up to man, decent man. Make sure y'all support her, man. Give her some love, man. All right, Black non-believers, man.
Shout out Mendisa. Appreciate you,
Organized.
sis.
She got it organized.
Yeah, tell them to check out the show you did with her right here on Community of Skeptics.
Yeah, check out the interview, man. Get to know man decent, man. Check out that interview right there. All right.
Yeah.
Fire hot interview. All right.
Definitely.
Fire hot. All right. So let's get into the presentation portion. Right. All right. Be short and sweet though. I dropped the link. Ain't nobody want to get on, huh? Drop the link already.
Hop on the link. Yeah, y'all so impatient.
That's all right. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, they cup overrunneth.
You funny. Oh my God.
What?
Oh Jesus. They cup overrunneth. Ah, that's funny.
Cup overrunneth. What you said? What's supposed to be? What you say? Supposed to say?
No, I think you said overfloweth, and I said
overfloweth.
No.
The cup overfloweth. These you got to get in the these
Now I'm confused. I'm Mildred.
No, you're right. You said it right. I said it wrong.
Shoot, like Dr. Maya had me in the chat with the one verse. She called her mama and her aunt. That was funny.
Yeah, she went hard trying to get that. The Moss, what's up? The G, what's up with you?
You can hear me?
Yeah, you loud and clear. What's on your mind, brother?
Hold on. I gotta change my
Now we hear you. Don't change a thing. You bubbling right now.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's coming out of the speaker of my computer, but I'm gonna try my hardest to like make this as clean as possible. But I just have a question on just being that it's just purely on like religion and stuff. I appreciate you even having me like up here for real. But overall though, like my question is, how would you describe or how would you determine what is spirituality? Because I would say spirituality is like different from religion, but maybe it's not.
No. Can't they stuck.
Yeah. It's like stuck like glue.
They stuck like glue, nowhere out of it.
It's literally white on rice.
Yeah. Yeah, no way you can get out of it. Everybody try to get out of it though. You know why everybody try to get out of it? Because they don't understand what religion is.
Right.
It's a bad thing in the conscious community. I ain't got no religion. That's a bad thing in the conscious community. It's a bad thing until you actually read some scholarly articles on it. Then you realize there is no one scholarly consensus on it. That's why was you here at the beginning of the show when we read the different things, sing, dance, singing?
I came in 15 minutes like into the show. So that's
you caught us reading the definition of religion, right?
I did when you put an article
religion
like
contains spirituality.
Yeah.
So it's the cup, the big bowl is a religion, and inside of that is depending on the culture we'll put in it. You get that?
Yeah.
So we if we Christian or Hebrew or Muslim, right? You still got the bowl. If you're indigenous, you still got that bowl, right? Now, what do you put in it? Is the river sacred and divine? Is the fish that come out of that sacred and divine? Right? How do you treat the fish? How do you treat the river that the fish got come out of that you got to drink? Is it divine and sacred? Does it tell a story of community? Yeah, maybe you're a fishing community and your substance comes from fish. So you put this in stories and you make the great fish, right?
Yeah.
All right. Dogon do it. Christian, same thing. Well, what's the cup? That's a religion, spirituality, humanity. Salvation comes through Christ, right? That's how they see the world, right? That they see the world based off of the fact that the older tradition that they come out of, remember, Christianity is a Hebrew sect. Never forget that. Jesus Christ was a Hebrew. He followed Jewish law, custom, and traditions. He did not come to change the law. He came to fulfill the law. It's right there, right? But it's a container. And the different things in it, the 10 Commandments, Moses, the story, the Exodus, all that's there. The Christians come in, right? All of a sudden, it separates. It's written in Kohan Greek. So now you can see other cultures coming in, adding to it, grabbing from it, right? They come in, they put it together, then you get Christianity. And they say you're born into sin. They say you're sinful, born into sin. I'm not tripping off that. I just know it doesn't apply to my ancestors. It only applies to the Christians, right? And those who believe it. That's fine, not a problem. It's part of the beautiful dynamic of human beings. It's a beautiful thing. It becomes unbeautiful when you start to dominate and say that everybody else's God or totem or culture is wrong and crazy. Then you're practicing colonialism, right? Then you're out of order. Then you're tripping, and then we got a whole lot of people fighting back and forth. You got the Crusades. You got all this. You got African Americans mad because I'm an atheist and you're a Christian. That's crazy, bro. I didn't even get on that show to present atheism. I just got on this show to talk about anthropology and humanity and how we see the world. I feel like Christians should be scientifically literate. Being scientifically literate doesn't stop you from being a Christian at all.
That's a fact.
Europeans do it all the time. Should we not be on par? We should always be on par. We should never be caught lacking. And a lot of times our community is lacking because somebody told us that we the most spiritual. And we've accepted that and we wore it as a badge of honor. We the most crazy. Now, how about the most literate? You know what I'm saying? That's important. How about just good people who can rationalize things? Man, look, your culture is your culture. So the answer to your question, man, spirituality is whatever you say it is. For me, you want to know what my spirituality is? It's food, clothing, and shelter and protection of that. I've been saying that for 20 years. That's my spirituality. But go ahead.
So when it comes down to like the symbols, like the Ankh symbol, and like would you classify those as like just sacred symbols and just leave it at that? Or would you say like that is a form of spirituality as well? Based on because the first person that I've come across when it comes to just like, well, I would say this. I had like just this crazy experience when I was like 10 or 12. My parents, they had at one point an image of Jesus Christ in their bedroom. So, obviously the picture, he was a white man. So, at that 10 or 12 age, I'm not thinking nothing of it. So we had like a loss in my family to where I was able to witness all of that. And so I just remember like at that young age going to that picture and like just cursing that picture out. And then ever since then, I was just curious of just like the whole religion from that point in. But some other people would probably like say other things because
so you're a Christian?
No
Christian, no Hebrew, no nothing.
No. I would say, I mean, just like every other African American family, it's everybody was Christian. Like
I'm talking about you.
No, not at all. Not at all. Like if I was to follow anything, just like how you said, I'm basically just coming up with it as I go. It's like a cultural thing, to be honest. Like I wear the Ankh symbol. I use that Ankh symbol as like my symbol of my, I would say spirituality, but that's just I'm in like the beginning stage. Like I'm still like a baby in this. So
all of us are. Hey, don't get tricked. All of us are, bro.
That's a fact. And listen, you are the
I
first
know.
person that I came across that gave pushback on just some of the things that I've like heard from just even everybody. This is probably like the 18th or the 19th video of yours. Like I'm like watching this stuff and like, you know, just listening, learning and everything like that. But just listening, the reading books from Dr. Ben, Enter Diop, like all of them. And then I gravitated into seeing Professor Smalls, Infudishi, just a lot of different, you know, of the elders that just teach quote unquote spirituality. So, you know, coming from your perspective, it's like a little pushback, and I like pushback because I don't want to just be told one thing and then just follow it, because that's the same thing as they were doing with Christianity. So that's why I was like, okay, well, I gotta at least be open to seeing like what's out there and what's different from just my tunnel vision way of thinking.
Got to be. It's literacy, man. It's scientific literacy, man. All right. And scientific literacy is a vaccine against the charlatans that come amongst us, man. It's just
Okay,
that
so
simple.
I got a question. So being that I call everybody ignorant just based on how they talk and just you know, just everything, because at the end of the day, none of the stuff that they say makes sense. Like just listening to the little clips that you was on in the interview, you know, they gave you a chance to talk, but they always kept giving pushbacks on just like things that were so contradicting. So being that is like one of the biggest things that you see, and I would say African Americans want to have that faith of something that they want to follow. Would you recommend, like, if you was to come up with it, would you say the thing to follow is scientific literacy, or would you kind of like blend what they want as a form of spirituality and scientific literacy? Because I hear you guys say like you can be atheist and still believe in something.
Yeah, atheists do. Yeah, no. What I was saying was, just because you don't believe in God doesn't mean you stop believing, yo. In other things, you know, I believe my daughter's doing well in school until I check the grades and figure out what it is, right? So, beliefs are healthy, bro. Like that's part of being human. That's part of the evolutionary process.
Yeah,
it's what saved you at times. The fact that you believe that if you walk too close to the edge of that damn roof, you might fall off, yo, saves your life from walking too close to the edge. You feel me?
Yeah,
So ain't nothing wrong with beliefs, yo. I'm saying the problem with beliefs is when you try to apply beliefs to things that are established and understood, now you tripping. Now you tripping. Let me go to the next call. I got you though. Stick around because we got 6 more slides. Gideon Yasharel. What's up? Israel, my fault. What's up?
What's good?
How you doing, man?
It's all good, man. All praises to the Most High in the name of Yeshua. You know, I'm praying that the lost sheep they continually gather to the Most High. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm always on these panels speaking and things like that. And I was listening to you, and sometimes when I be listening to Christians, I don't know what's worse, listening to Christians or camp Israelites. But yeah, man, let me ask you this. Do you think the ancient Egyptians was black?
No.
You don't think they were black?
It's not the subject of the conversation, Gideon.
I'm not gonna let it turn hard. I ain't gonna let it turn hard. No,
yeah.
Let me say my point. Let me say it. I said no. I want to be clear, right? I had to grow on that. What they was indigenous to Africa. And they had their own names, their own language, their own personality. And I think it's important to study the culture to understand the culture. And I think the worst thing you can do is to put colonialism on them. What's the word? Hold on, Juju. It's a word I'm supposed to use. Remember, Juju?
What?
Here's the word. Here's the word. I would say it's not. It's racialism. Am I saying
racialism? Yes, racialism.
It's
we learned
racialism.
tonight.
It's racialism.
It's anachronistic.
I ain't there yet. I ain't. Hold on. No, that's not the word.
Not racialism. Let them cook.
I'm saying
we hear
racialism.
You, Atheist. It's racialism.
Yeah, we hear you. I'm saying it's racialism, meaning we racialize.
Oh yeah. You're right.
We Yeah, we not supposed to do that. And Juju, you sent me a definition of it because that's the word. Let me see. And the definition is man. A belief that race determines human traits and capacities. Also, racism, it says full definition. Hold on, let me get the full definition. All right. There you go. A belief that race, right, determines human traits and capacities. All right. So what I'm saying is we shouldn't apply none of that. Don't apply that to them. Let them be who they are in their world. And if the measurement is that through learning history, and specifically African history or African American history, right? We all claim that it's going to make us better. We all claim it's something we got taken from. They stole it. They erased it. Yes, that's a slave. A slave is the one who does not know his history. That definitely makes you a slave. So if all that is what it is, then you can't make it African American. These people existed in an environment before colonialism, before enslavement. They had
Okay.
social constructs. You get that though, Gideon? You get it?
No, I got you. I got you.
Right.
I
So
got
they
you.
indigenous to the
So
continent of
right,
Africa.
right. So what you're saying and what you're telling us, because I listen to you intricately, like I listen to everything you're saying, and not just because it's you, but it's because you're putting forward information, right? So you said that no, basically, it's different people. However, I accept that, but you said something earlier, and when I hear you talk now, I see that you use pathos a lot. And when I say
Who?
pathos, I mean pathos. And you're using it as a fallacy. And
What
when
is
I say
pathos? I don't understand that. I don't know what that means.
pat,
Never heard that. Explain it.
pathos is a type of argument where you're stirring up people's emotions and their feelings and their biasness. And I'm gonna tell you
What
how. I'm
the
gonna tell
hell
you
is going
how.
down? Go
I'm
ahead,
gonna tell
man.
you
Let me
how.
learn.
Now I
Juju,
listen to
stop
you.
him when it's time, Juju.
Right. I listen to you closely, so I want you to listen to me closely. I want the people to listen to me closely because this is something I always say. The end game of what you're saying, not you, because I think you're
Oh,
the total
you mean to the
opposite.
answer about the black Egyptians?
No, you already gave it to me. You already gave it
Oh,
to
I
me. But
thought you saying that was pathos.
no, your whole paradigm, your whole teaching style is based on pathos and is a fallacy because there's a lot of
Okay.
incorrect emotions that you're stirring up. So
Give me
you
two of them.
said
Give me two.
right,
Give
right,
me two. Give me two
right.
of them. Give me two.
So
Just give me
that's what I'm
two.
saying. So I just asked you,
Give
were
me
the
two.
ancient Egyptians black? And you
That's what I
basically
said.
said no, based with science. So I'm
So
saying the
No. Why did
fallacy.
I say no though? Why did I say no though,
No,
Gideon?
I'm saying it doesn't matter because we're
It
gonna have to
does.
go
It's
down that
important.
line. I
No.
accept that. I accept
No. I
that.
don't want you to accept it. The answer is, do you know why I said it? I
I
think
can't
that's
I can't
I think
repeat
that's
what you
important.
said verbatim, but
No, no. I don't want you to repeat.
see now
I want
we're
you to
we're
understand
going
why I
deep in a
said it.
rabbit hole. We don't got
We
to go
not.
that
We
deep
not.
because
We not. I'm deep.
I'm
you
accepting
dug
your
it up.
answer.
You
I can't
dug it
help
up.
myself. I
You
can't help
dug it up.
myself.
Nah, he's trying
Okay.
to. He think I'm
I'm
trying to put
not.
him in this hole, so he digging another hole. So
No.
I'm
Calm
not.
down.
You
Gideon,
dug the
Okay,
calm
hole.
down. Gideon,
He
calm
was
down.
asking you a question, my guy. Here you
No.
go.
no,
Calm down.
but
Calm down.
right,
Relax.
right.
Finish your point.
Okay, so what I'm saying is the fallacies that you're committing on because earlier when
Pathos
you
is not
was,
a fallacy. Stop
it's
miseducating.
not.
No.
No, it's not. I never
And when
said it
you
was.
finish, I'm a kick back to you what you did, though.
Right. Yeah. So
You shouldn't even come up here and try to play in our faces. You already know,
right.
especially
Yeah.
the
So
hard one. Go ahead.
right. So I never said pathos was a fallacy. I said he's using it and he's using it as a fallacy. And
Okay.
the fallacy is that he's using incorrect emotions. He's basing it off of incorrect facts. So this is what I'm saying, or contradicting facts.
Incorrect fact. That's all.
I mean,
Hell, you can at least do that.
I'm eventually get there.
Well, I ain't gonna let you talk half
You got
go
30
night.
seconds to get there, my guy.
Right, get
So
there, dude.
We got 30
right,
minutes
Get
to
there.
get the platform.
right. So
Make it work.
you just told us the ancient Egyptians who ain't older than according to the historical documents, written record is no older than what? Let's just say 1000 BC. It goes back to 3000 BC if you want. Let's go 3000 BC. So you're saying that we're not people from 3000 BC in the Nile Valley, but yet you just sat up here and told us 30 minutes ago we was the people from 350,000 years ago. And you wonder why, and you sat up there and had the follow-up question. Okay.
Yeah,
Your
you
ankle
just messed
hurt.
that up.
Your
How you
ankle.
gonna
Okay, so now you about to explain to us.
No,
You're
hold
about
for
to
a minute.
explain
Get
to
in, get in,
wait,
hold
I
on,
know,
get in.
but you're
Get
about to
in.
explain to us,
You
to
have to
me,
stop. Get in,
that
get
we
in,
were
get in.
350,000
No,
years
get
ago,
in, get in,
black
get in. You
people,
have to stop. Get
but
in, listen.
6,000
I'm
years
not
ago,
We
we
getting
heard
weren't
in.
you
You
the
so
got
first
black.
get in. Are you
time,
fucking
Right.
serious right now?
Yeah, because I
Listen
mean
to
I
what I'm
can't
saying,
finish the
bro.
sentence, so I'm gonna finish the
Oh, you
I
sentence
want you to
gotta
and
finish
I'm
the
gonna stop.
sentence. Hold on. Listen. Everybody reset, calm down. I want the man to talk. Get in. I'm never going to acquiesce to a faulty premise. First thing is, no, let me erase that. I don't understand what the hell you just said, bro. So for you
Okay,
to keep
so you
talking,
just
I am lost. You said about go back, just rewind it. If sometimes if you just listen to me, I'm gonna let you talk. I just want you to rewind to the Egyptians based off a written record. Ain't no older than you mean the civilization. The people is older than the damn civilization, Gideon. I mean, my fault. Gideon. Just for the record, bro. Do you know that? Did you figure that out? Does that make sense to you that the human beings that were later on become the damn Egyptians was something before damn Egyptians, whatever the hell they was? They was definitely
right,
something else
right,
before they became that. Because the
right. Now
Egyptians is actually groups. Hold on, the Egyptians are actually groups of African indigenous people that come
right,
together, different polities, bro. So
right.
you
Well,
think
I
you
was
said
speaking more
what
or
I
less
said?
for
Gideon.
civilization. Huh?
Let me finish.
Gideon, you
So
keep
okay,
cutting
so
him
how
off,
you
bro.
saying? What do you make it make sense? You're saying that I said you was trying to get me or something. It's fine. I don't mind. If I make a mistake, I want you to bring it out. So you said I'm sitting up here telling people that the Egyptians ain't black, but what? Try that again, yo.
Okay,
And don't
so
forget
you
what you
want
said. You said
right.
3,000. You said 350,000.
Well, I
Make that
was
make sense
right.
again?
I'm
Go ahead.
right. So you want me to believe that
Okay. Uh-huh.
we were black people in Africa 350,000 years ago, but
Okay.
we weren't black people in Africa not even 8,000 years ago.
I got you
Black
now.
people.
So I got you. So I
That's what I'm
said
saying.
so no. So did I say that? Did I say that, Gideon?
Yeah, that's what you said because you said we were black
No,
people
I
in
ain't say that,
Africa.
bro.
You say we were
Didn't
black
he just
people in
say that, my
Africa
guy?
before the
I get so all right. So let's do this. Let's
Stop
negotiate.
lying, bro. I
Yeah,
can't
let's
let him lie,
negotiate.
though.
No, hold on. Let's negotiate. Maybe I did say, black people go back 350,000 years. But
You did not say
that was just
that.
speech, though. No, I'm just saying that wasn't it wasn't
hey,
it wasn't to
it's a
be taken
time when to
literally.
put down the pom
No, Gideon,
poms.
hold
Listen
on.
to what
Gideon,
he's saying. He
stop.
know he said
Hey,
that.
Gideon, I don't quite remember. I could have said it, bro.
Now
Yo, and
you
when I
said
bring
it.
out these
I
pom-poms,
didn't
I'm
mean
gonna kill you
this.
with your own source on that pathos stupidity you just brung up here. So you just wait.
Hold on,
Well, as
Juju.
soon
Let
as
me
you
finish my
calm
point.
down your emotions,
No,
you
man, Gideon,
probably
don't
can
do
have
that.
some type of
Gideon,
conversation.
come on, y'all, stop. Listen, Gideon, I'm telling you, bro. In the middle of me talking that talk, yo, I could have said 350,000 on the Christian show, correct? I know. I thought I said African
It was
people,
on the
but
playback.
hold on.
Bobby,
I
don't
don't know if
act
it was
like
Okay,
you
that's
you or
want
the
to
fine.
cause
playback.
No,
premise, Bobby.
that's fine. So
Man,
let me
Aunt,
finish
but
my point.
she don't know how to stop and just listen.
All right, man. But if I ain't saying nothing to her, don't you say nothing to her? How about that?
That's
I
the
can handle that.
problem. That's the
That's not the
problem.
problem. I don't own her. She's straight.
But you scared to correct women, you just try to correct men.
Bro, you can get up
What?
off this
I
Bro,
mean,
platform
correct.
you a
now. You
chauvinist,
gotta
bro.
go.
Everybody
He a
stop.
chauvinist,
Everybody
dog.
stop. Everybody stop. Everybody stop. Everybody stop.
Let me go to pathos.
Okay.
Can I just read the pathos part?
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
tried to
Calm down,
demonize
Gideon. Yo,
pathos.
you're doing too much. Relax.
He
I don't do
said
that.
you try to phallicize pathos, but pathos is actually part of culture. People use pathos in both positive and negative ways. So I don't know why you would bring that word up and try to demonize it like we're doing something wrong. And we're not telling any untruths. We speak facts. We speak facts that is backed by evidence, has been validated. So don't get up here and try to play in our faces until you can disprove what we're saying with evidence that has been verified and validated. Then, yeah, you got to skippity doo-dah somewhere else, bro.
Have a skibbity.
So let me ask you this, since I see we got a lot of
no, stop.
Okay,
stop.
just let me know
So
when I
want
can
to
go.
tell you.
Go ahead, no problem.
All right. If I use the word black, I wasn't using it in the way people use it when they try to say the Egyptians was black. Yeah, I was having a general conversation. It was a general conversation on that show. I was saying, well, African people at 350,000. Then I could say, black people. I could have said that, bro. I wasn't technically applying the social construct as if they was calling themselves black at 350,000.
Right, which is
it just was a marker. You got to be quiet. It's just a marker so that the people listen to you can understand what I was saying, bro. Now, if you ask me scientifically, technically speaking, was people at 350,000 years ago black people, I would say no. They was indigenous people to Africa. That's what I would say, bro. So
and that what makes your pathos the fallacy.
Okay, well, all right. Well, let's move on to the next one. I don't understand what the hell you're saying.
He just said it himself. He said he would not say that when he's talking with a clear head.
Because wasn't nobody calling him black.
He wasn't right. I came and woke him up
skin
at
don't
2
even
o'clock
get
in the
black, bro. Skin
morning
is brown,
and
bro.
had him debate.
Thank you, brother. All right, we done. We moving on to the thing.
Scientific conversation, not with a clear head.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You know you can have a general conversation.
Trust me, I'm trying to have a lucid conversation with you, bro. All this other side stuff,
all right, you got me. Okay, Gideon.
It's a lot of emotion, bro. We need to. You say you don't call, you don't check emotion.
You got me. Gideon, did you hear me? I said you got me. So I'll change that next time. You got me. So now you got to deal with
everybody.
So listen. So now you got to deal with the fact that I said you got me. I could have said it, right? I didn't mean it that way, right? If you thought I meant it that way, that's you tripping. So now what's your argument now? What you trying to show me right now?
The
you don't
other
think
fallacy.
People exist 350,000
right.
years. Just say that.
Right.
So you did all that to say that. Am I correct? Am I correct? Okay, so why you ain't just say that then? It would have been more genuine.
I'm going according to your paradigm, right? But let me go to another fallacy that you did.
You got one more.
Let me show you another fallacy you did in the name of pathos, right?
Name the fallacy first.
Okay. You a lot better, but you're not there yet.
Name the fallacy.
Just calm down. Just cool out. So you said the Bible. That's what I said, man. But I gotta remember, bro, you thought Jesus wrote a book in the Bible not even a month ago. So I gotta understand. I gotta give you a lot. I gotta suffer you a little.
Who?
Are you smoking?
You talking about me?
Like, really? Are you smoking, Gideon?
No, you can't get up. Come on, come on, yo. Go ahead, Gideon.
Yeah. So yeah. What I'm
Jesus
saying
did
is,
write a book in the Bible. What's wrong with you? Yo?
Okay,
you wrote the book of Revelations, bro.
Right.
He didn't.
Okay.
What did it say? What did it say, Gideon?
Bro. Okay.
It says Jesus' book, don't it, yo? And he said he gave it to Paul. Hold on, Gideon. Stop. Did it say that? Did it say it's Jesus' book that he gave the John? Did it say that, or am I tripping?
Bro, Jesus did not
answer the question.
Not right.
I know, nigga. I'm telling you what it say. Answer the question. Answer the question. Don't play with me, bro. Did he say it's Jesus' book? Jesus say, "This is my book that I'm giving to you, John." Did he not say that?
What part are you talking about?
Book of Revelations, yo.
Which part? I mean, you got
at the beginning of it, before you get to the first daggone chapter, it say it right there. It's Jesus' book.
No,
this is my book that I gave to my apostle or something like that. Do it say that or not?
It's a revelation.
I'm gonna ask you, coming from who?
From Yahweh.
Nah, coming from Jesus, bro. Stop it.
Coming from Jesus, bro. Coming from Jesus or Yahweh, but whether you from the school of thought that Jesus is not Yahweh.
Hey, look, we're not. Listen, I don't know about that. Listen, listen. The text does not say Yahweh. The Strong's number is not Yahweh. It says Jesus, bro. Knock it off.
Right. No,
so you just said yes, correct? Hold on. You just say yeah, right? So then what are you talking about, Mr. Hebrew, who don't even know that? It's Jesus. He said, "This is my book."
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's
Did it say that?
But this is horrible.
Did it say that?
Horrible, bro.
I'm asking you one last time, bro.
So let me read it, bro. It says, "The revelation of Yeshua HaMashiach, which Yahweh gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must surely come to pass, and he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant Yahukanan, who bear record of the word of Yahweh. So when you're talking, bro, like, bro, we got a lot of people in the audience, bro, a lot of people that believe in a whole bunch of other stuff because somebody say something. When you say that Jesus wrote the book of Revelation, you don't say Revelation, you say Jesus wrote the book in the Bible. People are thinking you are literally
I ain't
talking
how I said
about,
that, man. I
hold
said it's
on,
Jesus' book, man. I'm not holding on
no,
nothing. I'm
okay,
not holding
now
on
you're
nothing.
saying it's
Revelations
Jesus' book,
chapter
bro.
1, verse
Oh
1,
my God.
revelation from Jesus
She gonna
Christ.
find a way for you, on. She gonna
Yeah,
find a way for you.
ain't that what she's supposed
She
to do?
said you never would say it, but then when you said you said
Revelation
it,
chapter 1, verse
she
1,
like,
Go ahead,
revelation from
Juju.
Jesus
Go ahead,
Christ.
Juju. Go ahead. What did it say, Juju? Is the what?
Revelation from Jesus Christ. Revelation
Right.
1, verse 1.
Yeah, man.
Revelation
Shut up.
from Jesus
Gideon.
Christ.
oh
Yeah, you
man.
tripping. Jesus. It's definite
Okay.
revelation from Jesus Christ, man.
Look,
Stop it.
look. Let me tell
Okay,
you how much I
so
went to
Now
Bible
don't
study.
okay so nothing.
You
Don't
know, it
okay
was written
nothing.
by the
No, we're not
Apostle
listening to you.
John, but it was a revelation from Jesus Christ, my guy. Stop
Right,
playing
you
in people's
tripping.
faces. Get up
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah, you
It's time for you
tripping.
to go anyway. I don't
Yeah, I
like
can't
it.
believe you. I can't believe you fell into that like that, yo.
so
You're
all right, bro.
disingenuous.
Okay.
No, you're
Okay, bro.
actually
And I
disingenuous. I don't
suggest,
appreciate
bro,
it.
if this say,
Nah,
bro, it's
you disingenuous,
right,
bro. I'm not gonna sit
right.
over here and argue with you over something. I'm
Jesus,
sitting there
bro.
reading it. I'm not listening
Okay,
to you.
we can leave that alone. But
Bobby,
Jesus,
he's
Nah,
bro,
we're not leaving nothing
Jesus did
alone. I'm
not
gonna move on the show. I'm gonna move on.
Bobby, his
Jesus
time is
did
up.
not write
Got
a
to get
book
Yeah,
in
back
your
the
to
time is up.
Bible,
Yeah,
bro.
your
That
time
neurochemicals
is
that would be
definitely up.
ludicrous to say,
and
bro. And for you to present that as
macronutrients.
your evidence, bro, that's pretty Billy Carson-ish of you, bro. Like for real, bro.
Bro, get
So
him out of here.
this what I'm saying, bro.
No, you're
So
done. You're done,
all
bro. I'm
right.
trying to be nice. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, you and
But
Billy
I
Carson the
mean,
same.
what have I done but put points against what you're saying? I
No, you're
mean,
fine, yo. If
if
you think that was clear and coherent.
right. All right. So like I
No.
said,
How you doing, Chilembe? What's good, bro? Come on, man. I'm gonna let you overrun the show. Come on, man.
What's good? I only jumped on because
Mhm.
I don't know who that incoherent idiot is who's just talking, but he gonna have to knock that off and stop misusing words, right? He's talking about a fallacy of pathos. That's the most ignorantest comment I've heard in a very long time.
Oh
Facts.
man,
And
he
I
messed it
don't
up.
like the way he keeps shooting them shots at Juju.
I know.
So he need to knock that off, one, and then go read a book and not the Bible.
Actually, look up the
Because
definition of pathos. That's
right,
what he needs
because
to
he's
do.
incoherent. What he's saying does
so
not make any sense.
right. So one thing I know,
No, we
bro,
not cutting nobody off. Let the
I
man
thought he
finish,
was
yo.
done. I thought he
He's
was
not
done.
done. The
I
same
thought
No,
he
way
you
was
know
you
I
just
wasn't
watched me
done.
on another show. Let him finish. Go ahead.
So, we just gotta do better. We just gotta do better. And then he misrepresenting what you said and all like that, trying to make a point. It's just getting it. Look, the bottom line is we as a people, we have to do better. We got to start learning scientific literacy, learning terms, and then using those terms correctly. We up here on this show right now. We got people watching it, and the man is making a complete fool of himself. We just gotta stop it. That's all I want to say.
Thank you, brother.
Good show so far.
All right, we're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
get
been a
into the
great
signs.
show.
Mm,
Yeah. We got to
mhm.
talk about some norepinephrine.
so to what the brother just
Neurotransmitter.
said just now, right? So
No,
this what I need to be
Bobby, can
understood.
we just get on with the
Like we
show? I
gon'
can't
we
Yeah, we're
do
gonna
this
so
move
today.
on, bro.
I gotta
that's what I'm
go
saying.
anyway.
So
I gotta
what?
get up
I
early.
can't well you can
I'm
leave.
playing
I
with
mean,
Gideon.
so this what I'm gonna say, bro. Like what you just said, I know for a fact you wouldn't have got up from behind your computer and said it in my face. So I'm just gonna act like you ain't never said it.
Who you
You
talking
So
don't
about?
know who you're talking
I'm
to.
talking I'm talking
You
about
don't
the
know who
dude
you're talking to.
sound like the
I don't
dude
know why
one.
everybody thinks pseudo killers is just
All right.
keyboard
Nah, man. He
racing.
out of here, man. We're not bringing that
Oh
type
I
of
know
man.
energy no more.
y'all really
Hey,
Oh
don't know
man,
us
that
Chilembe,
was
in
don't
so.
real
speak.
life.
Hey,
Hey,
listen, I
Chilembe, don't.
haven't heard something that funny in a very
Yeah,
long
that was
time.
funny. That was funny.
Woo!
That was it.
They really don't know who they dealing with, especially
Hey,
talking about
Gideon, we
Chilembe
ain't
like
get. Hey,
that.
Gideon, yo, we not doing that, yo. You got to defeat us with your words, yo. You're not gonna do that, yo. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
Hey, listen. So I'm going. I'm gonna jump
All
back
right,
off,
brother.
man. I'm gonna catch this thing. Y'all know something happened in Philly, so I'm trying to keep up with
Oh,
what's
what
going
happened with
on.
that? That is crazy though,
I
bro. So
told you about it already.
why are planes falling like that? Yeah, that's a little bit interesting. Planes don't just crash. That many don't crash like that.
Yeah, but it landed in a very populated area. There's some buildings
Yeah.
on fire, some homes on fire. I got some
Bad.
folks up that way that I'm trying to get talked to and everything. So
So we just had a plane crash in DC, and one of that ain't making no sense, is it?
Philadelphia.
No, you know we just had one in DC, did Ronald Reagan Airport. That's near
Right.
DC.
But this one was in
Yes.
Philadelphia.
Right, but I'm saying, how many planes crashed like that in the United States? Yo, look it up. In less than 2 days? When?
it's wild. But if you think about it, like 2 years ago, we had a similar problem where it was like 3 or 4 train crashes back to back to back to back.
Oh man, so maybe we
And
just
really,
not remember right.
one thing I got to say about this, we got to definitely invest in infrastructure. Like a lot of our, where we was innovative for in the 1950s and 60s, those things are still being used, and I think we just need to update a lot of our technology, especially when it comes to public transportation. You know what I mean? So
I
it was
agree,
out there.
Sean
They was
Blake.
up there at the. There's a small airport in Northeast Philly, next to the. There's a like one of those like Shriner centers, and so I guess they were trying to transport one of those special need childs, and the plane crashed in the middle of a city.
Crazy, yo.
Yeah,
Man.
so
Yeah, our
it could
thoughts
be
go out to
wild
them
at
families,
times.
man. Yeah, it's super wild, man.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna move on. And so yeah, Gideon. Yeah, you gotta knock it off with the sis, man.
No
But what I
doubt, no
will
doubt.
yeah, relax. It ain't that heavy, yo. She top notch over here, yo.
No, look, I can have
Top
20
notch.
seconds.
Listen, yo, she precious, yo.
Yeah, can I have 20 seconds?
Nope. I ain't finished. So what I want to
Yeah,
tell
no
you
doubt. I
is, bro,
respect your time. No, whenever you finish, I'm
because you
saying.
play because you play technicality shit on me. I don't mind you being technical, right? I actually don't. So let's agree to this, right? That actually the book of Revelation, Jesus is the source, not the author. Do you like that better? Does that sound better for you?
Yeah,
Huh?
he's the source of the whole Bible. That's a
Okay.
fact.
All right. Well, we're going. Okay. Man, you just lost your mind.
Now,
You don't
can I
even
have
play fair. You
can I
don't even
have
play
25
fair, yo.
seconds right quick?
You got
25 seconds.
15 seconds because we're getting into our
Okay.
presentation,
So
and then I think
check this out. Check this out, right? So
say
the
nothing
whole while
stupid.
I'm talking to you, right? I'm gonna tear down like the things you believe, but one thing you know I don't do because you wouldn't tolerate it, right? I know certain cuts of people, right? I ain't never disrespect you, right?
No, I
Even
ain't
when
never
the sister,
disrespect you.
even when the sister was talking to me, right? She called the things I said stupid. I ain't never disrespect her. I ain't never go back. I kept talking, right? But this what I'm saying. So we can have a discussion, but this is what I believe, right? So when the dude came on,
That's my
sound like
man.
he weighed like 380 pounds.
That's my man,
He
though. See,
tried
that's
to
what we done,
laugh
though.
and sound like he
Nah,
Bro,
I
he
can't
gotta
let you get out of my
he gotta
man. That's
go,
it.
bro.
Yeah, he done. Let's get into our presentation. Come on,
And then
get in. Yo, you died in this episode, yo. Catch us on the next
Yo, he a
episode.
liar. I don't like no liar, bro.
Nah, don't worry about that. Come on, let's go.
That's a grown
He
man.
just died. Y'all know if y'all down, y'all do too much, y'all done died on the episode. You gotta come back to the next episode. You died in this one. Found a way to die. The key to any dialogue, y'all should have learned something. What I showed you is don't get put out the movies. You want to be heard. Simple as that. And you just died in this episode. All right, so let's go, Juju. We about to cook them now. All right, let me see if I can find it. Where's it at? All right.
So you want us to talk about neurochemicals and morality?
All right,
This is
that's what we doing. Hold on. All right, hold
Yeah.
on. We starting right there. Let me make it big for us. All right, here we go. So
Beautiful picture.
all right.
Talking about what these neurotransmitters or neurochemical structures, excuse me. Some of them could be neurotransmitters. So you got oxytocin that we know,
You ain't gotta read all that because let's go. All right. Here we go. Go ahead,
neurochemicals and morality, understanding the chemical influences or moral decision making.
All right, so y'all see what we doing. Okay.
Yeah, don't.
That whole conversation we just played out. Okay. And I made the statement that morality comes from human beings. Now we want to know, where's the source of that morality for human beings? Is it a deity, or is it in your genes? Or is it in the chemicals? It's in your genes, it's in the chemicals. Right? Human beings, life is chemical, ladies and gentlemen. It's called the chemical element chart. Y'all didn't know that. Go ahead, you.
Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, promotes trust, empathy, and cooperation, increases generosity, but also in-group favoritism. Ooh, this giving us versus them. Example, enhances altruism toward close social groups. Bingo.
See? Oxytocin, very important. Empathy, right? Promotes trust, cooperation, increases generosity. All right. In group favoritism. Interesting right here, yo.
Yeah, that gets deep.
See how we doing it, right? That you know, that's why when you go into school, you see the black kids sit on one side and the white kids, because you I don't know if that's a good example.
Yeah. Go ahead. Just go ahead and flip.
I'm thinking though. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Well, there's a group dynamics going on there. That's what I'm trying to say. Right? You feel comfortable within your own group, regardless. And it's not 1,000%, because you will find, even if you got a group of people sitting over here that's black, a group of people sitting over there that's white, another group sitting that's Chinese, within that group, you'll find some Chinese over there, some black over there. You find, okay. All right. Go ahead, you.
Serotonin, the well-being neurotransmitter linked to harm aversion and fairness. Higher serotonin levels reduce willingness to harm others. Example, people on SSRIs make more ethical choices.
So it ain't Jesus is doing this. It's actual chemicals that help make up the human being.
Yeah,
That's
they
all
don't
I
say
was
nothing
trying to
about
say.
God. Don't say nothing about God in none of these slides.
Nah, and you know we got the sources. Go ahead, Juju.
Dopamine, the reward chemical, reinforces pleasurable moral behaviors like generosity, activates the brain's reward system for doing the right thing. Example, donating money triggers the dopamine release. Yeah, I can relate. Shut up. Just next slide, please.
You gotta have some money to relate to give it away.
I don't,
Right? So I
don't tell me.
appreciate people's generosity, yo, and it has something to do with chemicals.
Endorphins, the feel-good chemical triggered by acts of kindness and compassion, responsible for the helper's high. Example, volunteering leads to increased happiness. Ooh.
So they were sitting there thinking it was the love of Christ that made them feel good, when it was actually
Yeah,
the release
boy.
of chemicals. This is all I'm saying. So why don't the Christians just say we're not paying attention to that? That's fine. But the whole world understands it this way. We are biological beings, and these chemicals are part of our being.
And have been for some time, even before Christ himself. I'm just saying. Just got to throw that in there. Oh, cortisol and testosterone, stress and morality. Cortisol, stress can increase ethical decision, but impair judgment under chronic stress. Testosterone linked to risk taking and utilitarian moral choices. Example, excuse me, high testosterone individuals may favor practical outcomes over emotions. And neuropinephrine.
I was about to try to pronounce that. I
Go
said
ahead.
Juju. I said Juju, can I get neuropinephrine? I said,
Yeah.
Juju, can you do this? I'm not gonna be able to tackle that word.
You just did it good.
Right.
I want to cough. Neuropinephrine, the fight or flight chemical,
know what that
influences quick moral decision making under stress. That can heighten compassion or aggression. Example, stress can make people conform to social morale norms. Y'all hear that? Stress can make people conform to social morale norms. Y'all hear that, right?
You sure it ain't Yahweh Elohim?
They don't say it.
Source page, ladies and gentlemen.
You got Crockett, MJ Crockett, 2009, The Neurochemistry of Fairness. Got PJ Zach, 2011, The Moral Molecule, Oxytocin and Moral Behavior. You got P.S. Churchland, 2019, Brain Trust, What Neuroscience Tells Us About Morality. And you got C.L. Herensky. I'm sorry, Neurobiology of Moral Decision Making.
Yeah, there you have it. So we all the way in the gang with that. And I'm going to drop y'all some sources y'all can go read and bring this up in the Christian community when you having good discussions. Very, very important right there. Yes, indeed. All right. Yeah. I mean, very important.
I like that little slideshow.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know how we do it around here, man. We keep it real solid, real easy. You know, we want to simplify everything. All right, to make sure we got it right. Yeah, we got to do it.
I got a question if you don't mind.
Norepinephrine.
Yep, go ahead. What's your question, brother?
Okay, so when I see like a presentation like that and it being explained like that, I understand it and I know how to like basically separate my beliefs from like real actuality. You know what I'm saying? I would ask, what is your end goal for like everything that you would teach as far as like that's based in like science and scientific facts when it comes to, I would say, uplifting the African American community specifically? Like, what's the end goal that you want to see, and what is like the formula that you're trying to make to achieve that goal in the end with showing evidence such as like science and stuff?
I want us to because I've always been under the firm belief, and I say belief now, that getting correct history of who we are when we came back, it will restore a part of us that we lost. Simple as that. And not to say you're going to be successful because you have restored a part that you have left, but I think the possibilities can be endless, and I just feel like we should be able to get that back because it's there for us to get back. And I always want to keep pace and keep par, man. Like, we cannot allow the world that's in the space age to leave African Americans in the Stone Age, practicing Stone Age religions, bro. Bronze Age religions, man. Like, come on, that's a Bronze Age religion, man. Ain't it? Matter of fact, in the Bronze Age, the damn Hebrews is a little village. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Ask about my archaeological skills and reading and understand that. Yeah, they ain't even a Bronze Age society, right? An Iron Age. That's when they really start to pop up in the Iron Age. Trickling. That's when you start to get like groups of quote unquote they ain't called Hebrews yet, but those areas of archaeology you can see it in the Iron Age. And then later on, they start to develop a daggone religion, and then they connect themselves to an already existing culture called Egypt. All right? And they connect themselves because everybody know who and what Egypt was. So if you want to write yourself into history, which they did, you connect yourself. So if you want to write yourself into American history, then you just write a story with Barack Obama in it and say, I was here, I seen him. You ain't even had to be there. But when you write it, there are clues for people to say, yeah, okay, we know the time period where Barack was the first, quote unquote, and I say this loosely, black president, right? They write themselves, so the Hebrews do the same thing. It's genius. That's what you're supposed to do. Write yourself in the history. Nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, it's just important, man. All right?
Yeah,
very, very important.
I fully understand that. And I think that, saying it like this, like how you did, and just giving like just a visual understanding of it, is simple to me. I would say when it comes to the minds of African Americans and just how society is in America, they want it even more simpler than that. Even though I would say that's just pretty flat out simple.
Can't get no more simple than that. You know what I mean? I work on my skills, brushing to do what I could do. I made sure it wasn't wordy. I got a rule for me, 7 slides. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep it right there. I don't want to read them shit. I want to keep everybody engaged, right? But everybody not going to get it. But it's there for us to get. And it doesn't mean you have to lose your Christianity neither. It's just simply saying, I always felt like if it's something we can know, then we should know it. If it ain't known yet, then it ain't known yet. You only know what you know. We only know what we know. But if the world understands this, if the world has the capacity to understand biology and how that biology transforms over time by evolutionary processes, then African Americans should know this. We should know what the standards are. And until you know what the standards are, you can never build a strong community. How? If you don't know what the standard is, how you going to build a strong community? You're going to build a flimsy community. You're going to build houses out of straw, houses out of stick. I'm trying to get you to build your houses out of brick. So when the storm comes and the huffing and puffing, it don't all fall down. And I'm saying religion is the straw house. If you make it the foundation of what the hell you're doing, you can't. It's too flimsy. But you can believe in a God, whoever it is, and have your foundation of scientific literacy, because what exactly is scientific literacy? What is science? Science is simply to know. But what is it that science or scientists want to know? They want to know the interworkings of the natural world. And so scientific literacy gives you the tools to understand the natural world. Last time I checked, we live in a natural world. You can act like we got a spiritual battle, which is fine. You can always act in this world, but you got to know what the foundation is. Your foundation is the natural world and understanding the natural world. And those who do not understand the natural world will get beat more often than those that do. That's where I'm at with it, bro.
I fully get it, because this type of knowledge, you're gonna get more STEM majors than athletes and rappers.
That's what I'm trying to get.
I think that's ultimately where it comes from. And bro, Gideon, I think because I heard you say this in another video. It's like once you realize and understand human evolution and how like our DNA structures and biological structures, you can't do the lookatism, I think is how you say it.
Lookership.
Yeah, lookership.
Lookatism, I like that.
Yeah, it's like
hey,
you can't
Gigi,
do that.
Lookatism, that's shit funny.
Yeah, but you can't do that to connect yourself back to like the ancient Egyptians when it comes to you know, just understanding yourself as a person. You know what I'm saying? So once you realize that you aren't connected to that, then you just get frustrated, you get mad, you get angry, because that has always been perceived as like the most highest power of people on the earth. It's the same when it comes to Christians. Like once they, or anybody in any religion, like once they actually come to the conclusion of their religion is like false and everything has just been made up due to like cultural regions, then the first thing you're gonna do is just get mad, because it's like, oh, somebody's been lying to me my whole entire life.
That's the first thing you get. People like, you get mad. You're right.
So, yeah, because when I watched one of your episodes of it was like it was two brothers talking back and forth, basically discussing if the ancient Egyptians were black, and one of them was saying like, oh, they came from Eurasia, and the other one was saying like something else. I really can't remember, because that thing was really in depth. And you kind of start paying attention to it. You just say to yourself like, oh no, that like my DNA is not that DNA. and you just kind of like once you realize that and kind of can accept separate the emotion side of it, is when you will really start paying attention to like the true science behind like everything. But if
Man,
you
you
can't get past
trying
the
to go.
emotion part of it, then you just gonna
can't get
walk
past it.
around. You're gonna walk around angry like 24/7.
Yeah. But what's wrong with the Egyptians being indigenous to the continent that we now call Africa, yo? What's wrong with that? What's
I don't
wrong with
think
them
nothing's
having a
wrong with that.
range of phenotypes? What's wrong with that? So I understand why the need we have to be Egyptians and to be Native Americans, right? Because it's easy acceptable. Because colonialism were the ones that first started studying Egypt. It's called Egyptology. It's colonialism, right? And European cultures that started writing books. Like Egypt is one of the most written about subjects beside the Bible and religion. Right? They made a whole study of it. How profound is that to develop a whole study called Egyptology based around an African culture there? So I understand why the need for people to be Egyptians. I understand why the need for the people to be Hebrews. I understand why people want to be Native Americans, yo. But what I can't understand is why not use the tools that will allow you to know whether you're a Hebrew, whether you're Egyptian, or whether you're an African American. That's the thing I can't understand why. There has to be fear in there. Because you can figure out whether you're African American, Nile Valley Egyptian, or damn Native American.
I think I
or
got a
Hebrew.
small percentage of why.
I'm
And
listening.
it's because of the history of African Americans when it comes to like slavery and just all, like, you don't hear any of the battles and I would say Africans fighting back against colonialism or anything like that. So, and being that African Americans are set back so far, and you just constantly keep hearing like, oh, you got to work 2 or 3 times as hard to get, one piece or whatever it is that they got.
Mhm.
Everybody's just tired of just being on the bottom and being and just losing. So that seems like that's like the one thing that they can just champion
Mhm.
to say like, hey, we on top, we did this, we started this, look at us. But not knowing that's kind of the same thing that white people did, to be honest.
I just gotta respond to that part. You said something about, what was that first thing you said?
People want to connect themselves to the ancient Egyptians to hold themselves to like a higher standard, or just have that one up on white people, or have that one up on everybody, because that's the one thing that's been taught. Like ancient Egyptians has been like the most powerful people like on the planet and stuff like that.
Right. It was a part where I could have misunderstood you, but it was sounded like you were saying like, we didn't resist or we didn't fight back. Did you say something?
Oh yeah. It's like they only hear the stories of us just falling over and just being like ran through and stuff. There's no stories of like any like us fighting back. So there's no strength, there's no courage, there's no any of that. Everything is just straight fear. So once you actually see that actually happens, then it's like, okay, well, it's more to it.
Because who's teaching us? Like, are we teaching in our homes, or we're just willfully sending our children to school to teach American history, which is not necessarily the real deal of our plight. They're going to teach you the basics, right? But I mean, at least 250 resistances throughout the period of slavery, every time. We argue this all the time. Pan-Africanism initiated on that first slave ship when those different tribes came together and resisted, right? That's how you got maroon communities. So those stories are still alive. Some of us have forgotten, some of us have not. You know, especially when you talk about those in Florida and the Gullah Geechee culture, and those Gullahs are Geechee people who came down in Florida during when the Spanish had it, and you know, band with the Seminoles and the indigenous tribes here. I mean, living together, but separately, right? Because one was African culture, one was indigenous, but they band together. There was many acts of resistance. The ones I'm talking about are 10 or more people. You got to think about the individual acts of resistance of, you know, the nannies poisoning their masters and different things like that. I get what you're saying. Those stories are still alive. Okay.
Yeah.
They might be hard to find, but they're alive. So don't ever think that. Okay. I just wanted to make that point.
I found them. Yeah, I found them, and I asked people when they question me, on just like African history or just anything like that. I asked them, okay, out of all your times of going to school, you went to college, you went through all these years of school, you could probably write 1 page worth of true African history or African American history, and it's just gonna be like the basic things when you're not really saying to yourself, yo, this is hundreds of years of history, not just 1 page worth. And once they honestly understand that it's just more to it, then that's when they can start applying the scientific literacy to their lifestyle and just to their education overall.
Right on.
So
I feel you.
That's why I see, like, you know, the hard part of it is like they want to have that. It's been so ingrained to have that belief system of something higher than themselves.
Yeah.
Nobody can live without that now. Like it just seems like nobody can live without that now.
Well,
and I don't hate them for
not
that.
all of us. Not all, but you know what though? I hear you, man. It's been a great conversation, man. Man, y'all know it's Atheist Friday, man. The title of the show was Hardly Initiated, man. Christianity versus Black Atheism, man. I suggest you go over to the Hardly Initiated channel, man, and go ahead and look at the whole 4 episode, man. Like I said, man, I appreciate the brothers over there. They run a quality show, whether they're Christians or not. I'm not gonna consider them my adversaries. So big up to Ryan and Tayshawn, man, for that, you know, podcast, man. Go over there and look at that episode. It was entitled Christianity versus Black Atheism. Passionate conversation between Tim Ross and Mandisa Thomas. Big up to Mandisa. I think it's the non-believers, Black non-believers. Yep. That's her platform. Okay. And is empowering African Americans, man, and it's important. She was over there in a discussion with Tim Ross, all right, and I felt like it was a great discussion, and I was allowed to get on the platform based off of Mandisa speaking up for me, man. So we work together as humans. We work together as African Americans, man, to get this message out, man, that, man, if it's something to know, then African Americans should know it, man. Hey, Juju, you know I appreciate you all the time, man. We on the road. We're gonna keep this thing banging, man. And y'all know it's Atheist Friday, man. Hey, Gullah, did you want to end and say something, bro? Because you've been quiet tonight, man. Your phone been going on. I don't know what you've been doing, man. You gotta get that phone right, man. See, he out of there, man. Appreciate you, the G. Is that how you say it, yo? The G Moses. How you say it?
The God, I
Oh,
think.
yeah, it's the God Moses.
The God, he went Moses.
Yeah, that's my last name.
Your last name is Moses.
Yeah, that's my last name.
Hey, you can't. Hey, just make it great, brother. Hey, man, look, I appreciate everybody coming in, man. Hit the links. Get some sweatshirts, man. All right, got some jackets. Get all that, man. We got all the gear you want. Man, we building up the daggone war chest, right? Man, we got Cater coming through here, man. That's gonna be a powerful interview, man. And man, y'all already know what it is, man. I appreciate everybody doing what it is they do, man. Enjoy your family, yo. Time is short around here, bro. Y'all got to know that, man. And you know, just sometimes, man, sit back, take a look in the mirror, man. All right, make yourself better. What you do is important, man. You know what I like to say, man. Look, deal with people to deal with you, man. I think that's important, man. And y'all know.
Body banger from the block, seen it all raw tough. Streets of Baltimore where survival's always rough. Joined the Marines fighting for a life he could save, but back in the hood he felt like a runaway slave, started an army. Not of guns, but of wisdom. I'm a rock squad, truth the anthem, we ain't just a God killer, Bobby Banger on his path for the truth. Empower the people, give them wisdom as the proof. Black power rising, knowledge shines like a light. He's fighting for the future, ready to ignite. Selling drugs on the corner just to put food on plates, but deep in his heart, he knew he had greater fates. From the traps to the lab, he fights ignorance raw, teaching evolution while shaking up the law. The real black atheist is changing the game, waking up minds, never the same. God killer.
Man, look, man, I'm your host, the God Killer. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. Pick up the conscious ingenuity. Dr. Oyama Yacht. Pick up to all my friends, man. Sula Killers on deck, man. Community skeptics. And with that, we out.